Welcome back to another episode of Sit Down with Envy. I am your host, Envy, and today I have joining me is Alius, who is currently playing on The Orphanage, right, quote unquote. It's a really shit name, but we're gonna get right into it. So tell us a
Envy
bit
the
about
Apes
yourself.
was the name.
That was a good name.
It wasn't. So my name is Alius, both IRL and in game, and yeah, I just play League. I don't know. Sometimes I hang outside. I don't know. Mm,
Hmm. Hmm.
mm.
Hmm. Okay. Well,
Well, did you want to know like my day job? Like,
well,
what
I
do I say with
mean,
these things?
if
Like,
you're willing to talk about your day job, right? Like just a little bit about your background before we get into the nitty gritty.
okay, so the background. So I currently study at TAFE. If you know what a TAFE is.
I do know what a
Um,
TAFE is.
yeah. Okay. Well, I'm just not sure. I don't know how New Zealand works. So basically, yeah, I study photography at TAFE, and yeah, after that, probably get a job in photography somewhere.
Okay.
Mm, about it.
Right, so how did you get into the low elo amateur scene, right, when it comes to joining Iron to Golds, Iron to Plats, etc., etc.?
Okay, so I think my friend was part of like some sock group, and yeah, he was like, oh yeah, there's like these Iron to Gold, Iron to Plat events. Did you want to like come play? And at the time, I'm like low gold, I think silver, and so yeah, I played like a bunch of Iron to Gold, Iron to Plats with my friends, and then I think I met Jetman. And then me and him were playing like undergolds on a
Fucking Jet,
team
man.
called AGC Dusk. With I also had like Australia, GayDads.com. I don't know. Uh, there's someone else. Someone
Fuck.
called Better Jungle Wins. I think Gryffindor was on that team at one point.
Yep, Griff
Yeah.
was there.
Um. yeah. And then after that, I'm pretty sure I was uh, I was on a team called Kraken Ruby, or like the one of the original Kraken
Oh,
Academy teams. Yeah.
we're getting into that then.
I mean, yeah. It's the amateur story of Alius, right? So,
No.
mm. so yeah, I was on Kraken Ruby. I had a Soul Elixir. Kaneki was on it. I think one of the times I was there. I had Sasha's Jungle, Magic AD, um, and someone called Saber Mid. Now that guy was goofy as fuck.
Saber, that's Frostbreak, LeBlanc one trick, yeah?
Mm,
Yeah, I know him very well.
mm. And then I think I stopped playing 20s for a bit, and then I came back as a sub for Stormwolves last year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
and
I wasn't really into like naming people right back when like back in those days. I had the people who I knew and the people who I just didn't know, but I just bet them anyway. Um,
yeah,
so
okay.
it was true, right? Because
Mm.
I also played on AGC Dusk at one point. It might have
Oh yeah.
it might have been either after or before you,
It was probably after me, because
because I had Griff and
yeah, nah, it was way after me, bro.
yeah.
Oh wait, no, sorry. So the team I was on was called AGC Auckland, not Dusk. I
Ah,
don't know why I'm thinking of Dusk,
I think
but yeah,
Auckland was before. I think
yeah,
talking to
Auckland was
Jeff.
before because it was in Tesla League.
Oh yeah, fuck Tesla.
Mm.
Yeah, and I also remember that Kraken Ruby team very, very well. Uh,
You'll probably remember that same lineup that I said before, like with Magic, Soul, Saber, and
yeah,
Sash. But they had someone called Berry
very,
4, Berry 5.
yeah.
Yeah, that guy's a dickhead, bro. I remember when I left that team and I got plat for the first time, he like kind of messaged me on like some alternate account saying I was boosted. I was like, fuck this dickhead, bro. Where's he
Yo,
at
what
now?
the fuck? Yeah, where is he? I haven't seen that man in a long time.
Oh,
I think Frostbreak's also gone boom.
mm,
He's been out the scene for quite a while.
I remember
Um,
versing him in like an Iron to Gold 2 years ago. Yeah, at the
yeah.
end of like 2019.
There's like this one clip of him solo killing me, which haunts me to this day because he was shit. and, and he
So if
hit
he
plat
solo kills
before me.
you and
Yeah,
he's shit, what does that make you? I just want
worse than shit on that
to know.
day.
On that day,
I've
all
been
right,
solo
all
killed by G
right.
Bear once or twice as well at one point,
Hmm.
and then Orphans on Irelia. We don't talk about Orphans on Irelia. Right.
I mean, if you don't want to, I don't want to.
I really don't want to. It brings back so many bad memories. Getting camped by Will. But fucking Will. Um right, so we might as well talk a little bit about that Auckland team then, right? Because I do know some of those names.
Mm.
If you did have Griff, you must have won quite a few tournaments back then, right?
No,
No?
I don't think so. I don't think we played tourneys. I just remember there was like a long ass time where there were like no tournaments, but there were a lot of scrims happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think around that time we were just like kind of doing okay in scrims. I can't really give you a good answer on that one. I can't remember that
It's
far back.
quite a long time ago, right?
Or like, yeah, I can't remember that far ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we won a fair bit from what I remember. If we did enter 2020s.
Yeah. Always winning when you got Griff in your team.
Mm,
You know, that's just what
sure,
Griff does.
sure.
Until he goes and greases me and hits Diamond so he doesn't have to play with my teammates. Fucking bastard. Um, right. So you went from Kraken Ruby to not
Mm.
playing for a while, right? Which is why I wouldn't have recognized your name when you came back
Yeah,
in.
I remember. Yeah, so okay. So some people think I've been around since. Like, I remember Creamy saying something a few months ago how I've only been around since like mid last year.
Yeah.
That just so isn't true. Maybe he just doesn't remember. But I do remember versing him when I was on like AGC Auckland at some point
Yeah.
because I remember his name from somewhere. But yeah, yeah. Some people think I've been around since mid last year. That's just if they want to think that they can. But I've been around for a while. But I just never cared to try and have my name around.
Yeah.
If that makes
You just
sense.
don't want to be Discord famous.
Nah, bro. I'm already IRL famous.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you started the Discord famous meme, right? Was it you or was it Vigi?
I think it was.
Or
I
was it
saw you type it
Orphans?
first. I feel like I saw you type it first.
I
I
don't
don't know
think
who
I
you got it
did.
from, bro, but I got it off you. So yeah.
I might have
Oh
been.
no, actually, I was in a Discord call with Will and he said it.
Yeah.
There you go. It's probably Will.
Will starting the trends.
Mm. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Um. So, from the Kraken Ruby days, right?
Mm.
Which I believe they were the worst team of the Kraken teams because Kraken
Yeah,
Sapphire
Sapphire had like
had Griff at the time, right?
yeah, had Griff, had a jungler called that was a Nocturne main. I can't remember his name. And then I'm pretty sure they had like Sushi support and like Lawrence
It would have
AD.
been
And
Lawrence,
that was
yeah.
like a cracked Iron to Gold team. And that was like around the same time too, where I think like there was a team called Absolute Zero. And they were
Yeah.
like yeah, that was like the top two teams from what I remember.
That was like sucking pigeons and Naruto Man
Mm.
and stuff.
Yeah, Juicy or like
Yeah.
crayons for dinner. Yeah.
It was
That
it
guy's a
was
mad lad, by the way. I
yeah.
miss that guy. Yeah, I miss Juicy. Like for real.
I miss those days
Mm.
because
It
like
seems more
now,
competitive then.
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know about now. It's
it's dead.
maybe because of the yeah, but I don't know if that's because of like the game and like some people just left or some
Yeah.
people just got better and promoted. But yeah, those days back then were actually pretty decent compared
I
to now.
think I think it's a bit of both, right?
Mm.
People have left, people have ranked up. Like I think the Iron to Gold scene now is pretty much gone. Because
I wouldn't.
it's missing like their faces, right?
Would you
Um,
say that about Interplat too though? Because like
I
you gotta think about it, right? It's just like the lower end of Iron to Plat and the higher end of Iron to Gold has just been made into whatever it is now,
yeah,
right? That's like
it's like a
for the
mixture of
team,
both.
yeah, the Team G ladder. That's what's left.
Yeah,
That's what I feel. But
yeah. I mean, look, people aren't gonna be able to tune into MV playing Iron to Golds anymore, right? Because no longer gold. Um, but before
all
we
right,
talk about you joining Stormwolves, right?
mm,
I want your opinion on something, which I ask a lot of guests who have been around for such a long time. Now I didn't realize you had been, but I will throw this
yeah,
question to you.
mm,
When it comes to we're gonna talk about attitude,
mm,
right? So back in the day, Griff was playing Iron to Gold. Griff is always my example for this because he's the most well known example. He played at a much higher skill level than everyone else,
mm,
right? and so many people would complain about it. But there was also a group of people who wouldn't complain. They would play into Griff, get kicked in, like get their shit kicked in, over and over and over again. But they'll slowly become better because they're playing into a better player. Whereas I find nowadays it's, oh, that guy had this one good game. He can't. He shouldn't be here. He's got a 54% win rate in solo queue. Get him out. He's clearly sandbagging.
Mm.
And I just think the attitude has gone from, I will play into it to, we want to win no matter what the cost is, even if we don't have to play the game.
Yeah. I don't know, it's such an interesting topic actually. But okay, so Griff was as good as he was because before Iron to Gold and Iron to Plat, he was playing with like he has like diamond friends. I'm pretty sure he
Yeah,
knows like people like Banished, King.
they were playing
Um,
opens.
yeah, they're playing. Yeah, he was playing opens. Actually, I think I remember in like a Sumsog 20, and he was like on a team called Truth Genesis that had like Banished, Pingu, Basil, like
Yeah,
all these diamond players, right? And so he probably would have learned a lot from that. Uh, yeah, learned a lot from that, and done well in like Iron to Golds and Iron to Plats because of that. So yeah,
yeah,
but like yeah, with like people's attitudes towards that, it's like it just depends on like however you look at that game, or like however you look at the game, or however you look at life, right? Because some people are negative, some people are positive about it. For
yeah,
for myself, if I verse Griff, I'd probably just suck it up and just learn from it, to be honest.
yeah,
Whereas like majority of the community probably would have complained about like, yeah, this guy shouldn't be here, right? And try to look for that free win because, well, realistically, they probably couldn't have gotten a win.
nah,
Yeah,
right.
and they probably feel like they wouldn't have learned from it because they wouldn't have gotten smashed too much. So, mm,
Yeah, or they use the excuse of he shouldn't be here anyway. So what's there to gain off that?
mm,
It's like how an Iron to Gold team, because I've been on many Iron to Gold teams. Some of them don't want to scrim Iron to Plat teams because
mm.
there's the fear of they're gonna get smashed too hard. Even into like
Yeah,
the lower end of the Iron to Plat scene is pretty competitive with the top end of Iron to Gold.
mm,
I don't know.
yeah. Some people are interesting with them with how they
Yeah,
think, bro.
yeah, I know. I've many experiences with it. Right, we're gonna go into Storm Wars because Storm Wars is a hilarious org. Always has been. It started off
I think
as
mediocre is being too kind.
I, I didn't say mediocre, you did.
Yeah, I know.
It started off as Digital Fury Gaming, right? Which I have
Yeah.
an interesting story. I don't know if you know this one, but when I played with Griff on AGC Dusk, they had 4 Digital Fury teams. In the bracket, we had to run through 3 of their teams, and
Mm,
Sherry was pissed because like Griff was playing,
mm,
and like I had like Bang Bang at the time, who you could have argued was easily a plat player. I had Triggered and some
mm.
guy called Uncultured who I haven't heard from since those days because he's
Yeah.
just fell off the face of the earth. Um, and then there was some like allegations about bullying and whatnot from Bang Bang towards Sherry, and like I I,
She is a bitch.
I remember Barry because he was on the fucking Sherry team at the time, right? And
Because
like
I
I
think before Kraken Ruby was Kraken Ruby, they were a Digital Fury team, from what
yeah
I remember. Yeah.
yeah, and I went in I was talking to them, and now me and Bang Bang weren't like the best of friends. We had
Mm,
many issues,
mm,
and but I wasn't taking what was said like full value without some shred of evidence behind it,
mm.
right? And Barry's just like, nah, well he clearly must have done it, and he's blindly loyal. And I got booed from
Man,
the
that
server, and I
that
was
Berry
like,
guy is just such a suck up, bro. Like
yeah,
honestly, for him
um,
sucking up and being toxic, I don't know. I like to meet the kid IRL.
okay. And so I just went back to like my attitude before that. I was like, yo, these Digital Fury teams fucking suck because we just like bet them all, right?
Wait, did you just say that's what you would do before?
Yeah. I do
Now
it
you'd
now
still do
too.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, you'd still do that. What are you on about?
it was look right. I tried to be like I tried to reason with them, right? I tried to like talk to them, And then they're like, nah, fuck you. So I was like, well, all your teams suck. And then I went back to playing my J4, which was the only champion AGC would let me play.
I think, yeah, when I was on Cracker Ruby, I remember we versed a AGC team. I can't
Yeah.
remember when, but I just remember always seeing J4 Sejuani from that AGC team. I can't remember what it was
If
called, but oh, bro, it
there's
was
a
so
chance,
cringe.
there's a chance it was me
Mm.
because I don't think those are JEP champions, and at the time period, I don't think he was playing.
Actually, I remember him being a very good Zack Sejuani player when I first met him.
Yeah, okay. Well,
But
yeah, he played
he
more
was,
Mozak.
yeah. Actually, no, he was well known for his Evelyn. So that's my bad. Yeah, his
Yeah,
Evelyn was pretty good.
yeah.
Mm.
Because I was only allowed to play J4 Sejuani. My most played champion in solo queue was Lee Sin, but I was never allowed to play it. Might
It's
have had
because,
something to do with the fact I was Silver 2 at the time.
yeah, I was about to say something like that.
Yeah, it was great though. I had like a 50% win rate. You know, could have given me one game. But yeah, so Digital Fury rebranded to Stormwolves,
Mm.
and then we're kind of at like the Rift Royale period, which is before your time. You know, the time where they had Shuri.
Mm.
Shuri was coaching, I believe, because they had Andy, and like Will was playing mid or some shit, and then
Yeah, actually, I remember that lineup, right?
the infamous
Because,
Vigilant top lane.
yeah, I remember Rhaegar was the AD, and then they had
Yeah,
someone called Lynx. No,
Lynx.
not Lynx. Lynx?
Lynx, yeah, it was like
Yeah.
LENKS or some shit.
Mm. Mm. Yeah,
Yeah,
that guy support. And I'd always get messages from Rhaegar, because like I know him IRL, like as a friend.
yeah.
And he would always complain about him. I'm just like, unlucky.
Like, just go next, right?
Like if he's honestly that much of an issue, then just like replace him.
Yeah,
That's what I said to him.
just
So
replace my
yeah.
man. Fucking would have done it in a heartbeat, right?
Mm. I'm surprised they didn't
Because
do it sooner, to be honest.
well, I mean, I give Vigi so much shit for not winning the Rift Royale, considering he was Diamond. But if we now talk about that Rift Royale, there
Mm.
was so many people who have came out as Smurfs from that event.
Yeah, it's interesting to think about it now, as opposed to when we were just like when you guys were just playing it then.
Yeah,
'Cause I was on a yeah, actually no. So I wasn't like I was away from this scene. I was a part of some closed circuit or whatever,
yeah,
and my team screamed that Stormwolves team, and like I just saw like a gold one top laner. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever, because I'm pretty sure for the team I was playing top,
yeah.
and I was versing Vigilant, and I'm like, this ain't a gold player. This straight up ain't a gold player. He's probably like high plat or some shit, and like I just didn't say anything until like I think I was like on that team and I was asking him questions, and it'd always be like, "Oh yeah, like my highest cat is like X Maze X or some shit," and I'm just like, "Nah, that's a cat, bro."
That's cat.
Honestly.
Well, I subbed for them once, right? I think I subbed mid in like a East Coast bracket tournament, and I kid you not, Sherry rocks up on a fucking alt account,
I was
and
actually
it.
in that game.
Oh, were you on the team?
Yeah, I was top lane. Um,
I was kind of pissed, right? Because I have this like no smurfing on my team type rule,
but look at who
where
you played with though.
no,
Like,
no, no, we will get into that, right?
okay, okay.
But right, because I knew it was Sherry, and
Mm.
I was like, yo, this doesn't feel right, because the motherfucker, even though he was completely washed, and he was off roll, it just didn't sit right with
Yeah,
me.
how's that guy ever gone diamond in his
Bro, I
lifetime?
don't know.
I
I've seen that motherfucker lose to so many people now. It's just the joke.
I seen him rage crit. I think an iron to plat. I just laughed at it so hard, bro.
And he rage quit the what was it called? It was like the UNSW Rumble, right?
Did he?
Yeah, he was on a team which was contending in their group, and
Fuck,
then
I
he just
can't wait,
fucking.
bro. I was gonna go. I was hoping he would be at PAX. Like PAX was still gonna happen, and I was gonna go to PAX in hopes to meet him.
You also want to meet Pro at PAX, don't you? Is that
Bro,
not?
no, I can meet him anywhere in the state, bro.
Yeah. So that storm, with Sherry coming in for support, I remember the game because that motherfucker ran it down like
Yeah,
so hard.
he just put on like a pair of Jordans, like Air Jordans. They just like had a fucking good sprint, bro.
Yeah. And like, I don't think I was playing the best because I was kind of tilted at the fact he was playing when he never
Mm.
told me at the start he was playing. Because if he had, I would have been like, nah, fuck you, I'm not playing.
I'm pretty sure on old storage drive I have that like a replay of that game.
Yeah, well, look, it would be fun to fucking watch again.
Bro,
Because,
sometimes I always like record my games to like watch back later,
yeah,
and like I always laugh at that shit, bro. Like especially like such like last year. What was it? Yeah, last year with like the ECB like bracket, like losers bracket run.
yeah.
Uh, bro, I just laugh at how those games went because it was just like stomps, bro, and it just shouldn't have been. Like in no way any of the games should have been stomps, and they just were. Up until I think we versus the most spammers.
Was I playing at the time?
Mm. We
Yeah.
versus you in the like losers final.
And then we won, and then we had to play Alpha.
Yeah.
Because it was weird. Because I wasn't on the emote spammer roster, but because I wasn't playing in the ladder, I don't know why the fuck I somehow always seem to take off ladders, and then it's like halfway through, I'm like, yo, I kind of feel like playing.
You know what it is because like you just don't give a fuck at first, right? And
Yeah.
I had the same feeling. Yeah, where like you just don't give a fuck, and then you just see like how well it's going for the team that you would have joined,
Yeah. Or
and then you're just like, oh, can I amount to that success?
or you
Let me have
think,
a look.
yo, these players are so fucking bad. Let me at them, right?
That as well,
Um,
but I was trying to be nice.
I fuck, I don't care.
But you don't
Uh,
care? Like I
no.
could be like toxic as fuck on this, right? It just
Preferably
won't matter.
not though. I
Preferably not. Okay.
preferably not. I get to be toxic because
But if you
my
think about
show.
it, right, it's me being toxic. You wouldn't get any of the flame there,
No, no, no.
you
It would
know?
be like, how dare Envy allow this guy to be? It would somehow flip back to me.
Man, people are snowflakes. Who gives a
I
fuck?
look, it's true. Yeah. So Stormwolves, Vigilant, right? That was. I think I don't know if he was playing that night because you're playing top lane.
No, he
But
wasn't playing that night because the week before he got found out.
yeah, of course. Yeah, of course he did.
Bro, bro, I love how when people talk about that incident that like everyone still must know. Like, no, we didn't, bro. We
I
knew
think.
when we got told.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
It's
like apparently he was gonna break the news to us at some point, but he just never did.
the man was gonna let you guys know he was cheating, but he just never let you know. Fuck.
Mm.
Um, I think now it is still alleged, right? As both players have denied it,
Mm.
but Trashcan and Hirogi, because I have to save face on this. Now, even if it is true, I never knew at the start. I only found out during the emote spammer period,
Mm.
and looking back, it actually makes sense that Hirogi, because he was playing at a much higher level. Trashcan, I think, is some fucking goal free scrub because he runs it down a lot. And, like, I mean a lot.
I don't
Um,
remember him ever running it down when we versed him, but
Look, I have a VOD somewhere if I could get it about, like, of him getting soloed by G-Bear. And, like, you get soloed by G-Bear, you know you're in the dumpster. Yeah. See, you know it's true.
mm,
See, we gotta flame G-Bear somehow every episode.
mm.
It happens. He's no Gryffindor.
He's like a how am I gonna put this in a nice way? He's the reject shop or like the budget version.
He is
Gryffindor.
the standard for Iron the Gold mid laners now though.
You reckon?
Well, because who's left? Orphans is plat. I'm plat. CSO 67 has gone up the wop wops. He now streams other games. Good Vibrations, aka One Thrill, is also plat.
Is he actually?
Brinny hit plat.
Huh.
Brinny did
Oh
just
no, he
drop
demoted.
back down. Yeah.
Yeah, he demoted.
I didn't want to
You know,
say that, okay? I did see it.
you know what's interesting actually about his like Brenny and his team is me and Orphans were joking and we got into a game with his AD and we're shit talking so much, bro. The ADC thought we're being serious with half the shit we were saying, bro. It was actually
Was that
hilarious.
Manjuice?
No, it was a extra
Extra
dollop or some
dollop.
shit.
Okay, venue AD.
Yeah. Mm.
Look, mate, it's the Black Hawk boys are some legends though. But yeah, I'd say G-Bed now has to be the standard, right? Because who
Well,
else is there?
is he? Because well, isn't Alpha going up to plat? I'm the plat.
The motherfucker has to hit plat first,
True.
right? Like
Okay, yeah,
he would still be able
maybe.
to play Iron the Gold.
Mm,
You
okay,
might need it
maybe
in your
he's the
team.
standard for
Yeah.
that scene then. I don't know.
Um. Otherwise, it might have to be a guy like Ruster Boy.
Ruster Boy. Who the fuck is Ruster Boy?
Ah, he's the Evict Clan Hades mid laner. Please put some respect on his name.
I don't have to, and I won't.
I played Yasuo into him, and he did not have a fun time. And if anyone knows what I can't play Yasuo.
Mm.
And then I was DQ'd after that night from Stormwolves. But yeah, so here's a little question for you. During around this time, now if I mess up any details, please let me know.
I
You
think
you posted a
you're
photo.
okay. I know what you're about to get to, but there's a huge. Okay, so okay. So before that, after the ECB bracket, I'm pretty sure we left
Yeah.
Stormwolves, made Vigilant Academy. I think that like that's a part.
Okay, so you made Vigilant
Yeah.
Academy, and then you guys go back later
Mm.
with your tail between your legs. Okay, so
No, absolutely not, bro. Bro, I trialed, right? And she just put me on the underplat team. I'm like, fuck. All right, bet.
fuck. I guess I'm here now.
Yeah, stuck here.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So you're currently on Vigilant Academy, if we're setting the scene,
Mm.
and you go and post.
We won like 4 Iron Golds, by the way, back to back.
Oh yeah. Well, I must have been on break at that time.
Maybe I don't remember.
Or Alpha was like they had no Jetman or no Shiny.
Yeah, they had no shiny, and I
Yeah.
played AD for a
Fuck
bit.
off. That's why.
Bro, I was like the best sire, and I had to go to that point.
I don't know if Nate was gold at the time. He might have given you some run for your money.
I'm pretty sure he just hit back plat with Alistair.
Of course
So.
he did. Yeah. Right. So you post a photo.
Mm.
Now, I don't actually think I ever saw this photo, but I was just laughing at you the entire time because you got banned for it. Of you hitting plat 4.
Yeah.
Did you black out the name?
No, it just said Alias because it's from 2019. It's from yeah, like it's from
Okay.
2019 when I like first hit plat,
Yeah.
and I still had the screenshot. And it's like it's not the first time I posted that photo in the Discord I posted in. I posted it many times, and just this one time I happened to at checks,
Yeah.
and I said, "Hey, good luck finding this." I name changed, but the reason why I said that is because I was very drunk, and it's like drunk humor. It's not funny now that I think about it.
Look, I would have found that hilarious.
Mm, but it was just drunk humor because I'm pretty sure I was like drinking,
Wasted, yeah.
playing Clash with friends. So, yeah.
And the next thing you know, you're banned for a month.
Bro, that was fucking bullshit.
It was so funny.
Bro, when I got banned, I'm pretty sure during the voice chat, Josh was like, "Yeah, we found your other account, bro." I'm like, "Other account?" and he found this like support account, and at one point, yeah, on my main, I name changed to that account. Yeah,
Yeah.
I had this like similar name, but I then name changed back from it, and he just thought like that was always an account of mine.
Yeah.
Bro, it sucked.
It was
Sucked.
look. It was funny. Like it's sad, but it's funny at the same time. Because if, for instance, I had posted that, I think they would have been like, "Nah, fuck you. You're not plat."
Yeah, that's the thing, right? In these like Iron to Gold events I played in, I wasn't ever popping off besides
Yeah.
like that bracket run.
Yeah.
But I was never popping off at support. I was never doing anything like fucking crazy. But yeah, it was just so weird to me that like they'll just believe like
They
it's
would
because
believe
Check
it
said it.
based-
It's because
yeah.
Check said it, right? Check was like, "Yeah, we're gonna ban Alias for this."
Yeah.
They don't do any sort of like checking around it. They just see the screenshot and just like, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah. I mean, look, it gave me entertainment for like 3 weeks. Because I think you were still like hanging around in like the Discords and stuff, you just couldn't play.
Yeah, bro, I was giving shit to people.
Yeah. I mean, you did that even if you were fucking playing.
I think one of the Iron Gods earlier this year, there was some guy that just added me and said I sucked, and I'm pretty sure he went like 1 and 8 on Hecarim.
Oh, what
And
a
I
lad.
just blasted him after that, bro.
That's such a Alias thing to do.
Well, it's like, and then yeah, no, like I don't know what you expect if you were to shit talk, and
Oh
then
yeah,
like get
fuck
blasted
off.
like that, bro. Like,
I say one thing about someone, if I lose that lane to them, I'm fucking gone and Discord for the next like 2 weeks. Right? It doesn't like it could be people who weren't even in the fucking game and they're gonna give me shit for it, you know?
mm,
Like
bro, like
Orphans
I
could
don't
be on
care,
vacation for 3 weeks and come back and then he'll post the fucking screenshot if he got sent it.
mm, bro. Like I don't even care if people shit talk, right? But expect it to come back to you if
Yeah.
it looks, if it like, if you fall on your ass,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
not. Some people just don't expect it.
Well, I think not too long ago, right? I posted like a rant video. This might be like 8 months ago or something when I was having issues in my
Oh,
life.
bro.
Um,
I remember giving you so much shit, bro.
yeah.
Me and Will Orphans were all giving you shit about something. And I remember you made a rant video. I'm like, this is about us, and we watched it, and it wasn't. We're like, damn, we're not trying hard enough, I guess.
um, well, I think I've got like one rant video on my YouTube, and obviously excluding the fuck cheers video, right? Because we're not diving into that one, not today. But yeah, the rant video was about. So I had like some murky leavings with a couple teams, right? And then the way it got back to me was, either I was uncoachable, quote unquote, right, by one of them. I left the other, out of the blue, and then the third one was, they kicked me when all three of those were incorrect, right? The first one, there were no good teammates, right? And I tried for like 8 weeks, and nothing was fucking improving. Right, the AD carry had like no like killer instinct is the word I like to use because they never go in.
Yeah, you muted yourself.
Okay, I'm back.
Alright.
Yeah, they had like no killer instinct,
Mm.
and so like they'd never like press forward with any kind of like they'd take all the gold in the fucking world, but they'd never press forward with it.
What team is this?
This was
Was your
fuck. I
ADC called
can't.
Steph Mid by any chance?
Nah, I had him, and he
Bro,
did
that
it
guy's
too.
that guy's such a loser.
But it was Kiwi Cup, and I'm trying to remember
Kiwi
the
Cup.
team. Eclipse.
Oh, bro, that team, fuck. Bro, that just unlocked a whole new memory in my fucking
Yeah,
mind, bro.
yeah,
Bro, so that team, I remember, I was like, I'm gonna prove myself as like a player that like can play anything but support, like can play any other role. And
yeah.
at that point, I'm pretty sure they're looking for mid laner, and so I just bullshitted my way into that team, and I still did half decent, I think, in our first game, and they're like, oh yeah, we'll keep him. And I remember I just said, fuck this team. And I didn't show up for like a few weeks. And I
Yeah.
remember they replaced me with you. And I was like, fuck.
Yeah, you're like, damn, what an upgrade.
Well,
Um,
I mean, it kind of is, right? You play mid and I don't.
yeah.
So,
And
yeah.
then we only won one tournament game in 8 weeks. And the one
Bro,
tournament
I remember
game,
always versing that team. I always remember versing you guys at the like first round for a few bit.
bro,
When
it
like,
was so fucking
well, just,
hard.
bro, our Stonewall's roster at that point was like me top, Will
Yeah.
jungle, Orphans mid, and we had Andy AD for whatever reason and Arcane. And bro, I swear, every like time we entered a tourney, would verse you guys first round. But,
Well, like when I look back at like my Iron to Gold like tenure, like
mm,
I'm always annoyed when I think of like a team like Room Renegades or the Eclipse time or even my time on fucking Era. Because it's
yeah.
like these rosters are so bad that it kind of just hurts my legacy, right? Like I'm using like legacy as like a broad term because
Mm.
you go back to like there's a string of like fucking 6 months where I'm playing on Rim Renegades and I'm just fucking not like neither of my side lanes do anything. My junglers are fucking silver door rotating between silver players, and
Mm.
it's like, yo, I'm matching my lane or winning my lane, but because no one else has the pressure on the map, every motherfucker just comes and like goon squads me. And it was the same on that goddamn Eclipse team. because I had some silver top laner who actually never played competitive before, and
Bro, I remember versing that guy. That guy was shit.
he only fucking went ignite top, like he never played with TP, and
You
I'm
know,
just like fuming 24/7
you know,
in that
Vigi
team.
used to do that, like a good night talk.
Yeah, yeah, but
And when I asked
that's
him about it later, he's like, "Yeah, no, it's just to blend in with the gold players." I'm like, "No one else is doing this, bro. But keep going if you want."
that guy was doing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
um, but no, I remember the game clearly because I played like the game we won because I played Silas into Galio. Now I
Mm,
was playing into Lo-Fi, but it was like the
mm.
Lo-Fi silver team,
Oh,
so I
okay.
wouldn't even consider it an actual fucking win.
There was a gold lo-fi team.
They had like a gold and like a plat roster, but I was versing like the silver player mid lane,
Oh, okay.
right? So he might have been subbing in for the gold team, or there was a silver roster, but it was it was fucking great for me in the game because it kind of like
Mm,
proved my worth. But at the same thing, it's like, motherfucker, please, start stepping yourself up
mm.
because I can't do this alone into good teams
Yeah.
because they just come fucking goon squad me 24/7. Which, yeah, so I left that team, right? And
Mm.
so I start hearing Xantrix are saying you're uncoachable and
Bro, that guy was
whatnot.
sucking my dick, bro, to stay. Like, actual. He was like, oh, what did he say? He's like, yeah, I can teach you macro, but like your gameplay and your skills is pretty good, so I don't need to
Right.
like coach you there. And I'm like, what? And I'm pretty sure at the time I'm like, gold two. I'm like, you can coach me in skill because gold two isn't like the best in skill, bro.
Right.
So
Well,
yeah.
he told me to like focus on myself and not focus about like the rest of the team, which I tried to do, but it's
Mm,
so fucking hard because like at the time, because I think I'm coming off of the MCOM stuff, like
mm.
the MCOM gap, which I'm at the fucking peak of my career, dropping everybody every game, and I talked a lot of shit during that time. And the moment you go into a worse team, all that shit comes back to bite you when you start losing heaps of games.
Mm.
And so I'm getting frustrated at the fact that I'm fucking surrounded by shitters who can't win, right? And then
That's probably the nicest way you're gonna put it, right?
yeah, like I'm being honest, right? And
Well,
I
I
don't
mean,
think
yeah,
any of
it's
them will see this
true.
video, so it's fine.
You'd hope.
I don't care anyway, right?
Mm.
It was true. Let's just hope it lit a fire in them and they got better for it. And then I went into MCOM again, right?
Mm.
Yeah, because somehow I
Was
ended up
was this
going
the
back.
MCOM trials? Like at the start of this year?
No, 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 fuck you. Those
Uh,
trials were scammed, by the way. Both of my
what do you mean,
trials.
Panda? Bro, I remember Panda gapping you and having to carry you.
Yeah, but who won the game? Me or Panda?
Everyone but you.
No, no, I clearly won that game.
But I
Um,
remember in that game where you were versing Panda, you were playing Galio, he was playing Akali, and I remember you got like this, you had this, like this good flank, and I'm like, maybe he's not that bad, and then you ended up ulting me, and I'm like, in
wait, was
Zimbabwe or some shit.
was
I'm like, what are you doing, bro? Just
wait,
like
was
you had
I
a
not the
perfect.
one playing Akali?
No, he was playing Akali, you were playing Galio.
Oh yeah, I'm Giga trolling then. I don't play
Yeah,
Galio.
I could tell in that game.
But nah, like Bravo was before that trial, right? Because I
Oh, okay,
remember
was that
this.
with Neymar?
Nah, I had Bravo. I had it was like the Stefmo roster.
Oh,
Because
that one.
I had Grilled Turismo,
Okay,
right?
bro,
Who I think after the team disbanded went and hit like Plat 1 or some bullshit.
bro, that guy's dog shit.
Yeah, he was very bad,
Right,
right?
boosted,
I had
actual
Stefmo,
boosted.
right? Who I ran into solo queue like fucking 4 months ago, and somehow I'm off rolling 80 carry and I still beat him.
Yeah, you know how I know Stephanie? I filled in a scrim
Yeah,
where he was, I think it was versus WKW, like one of the original teams,
yeah.
for Under Gold. And I remember he was the AD for the team I was subbing for, and like I was talking to him a bit afterwards. And I remember playing some solo queue games with him. I'm like, this guy is so bad, bro. Why did I ever talk to this guy afterwards?
Like he's at the time his numbers looked really good on OP.GG, which is
Never
such a
believe. No,
fucking
no,
cock
he's
tease.
such a KDA whore, bro.
Yeah,
For real. Fuck that guy.
like because I saw it and I was like, yo, this motherfucker might actually be good. And I saw him in game, and I was like, yo, this motherfucker don't do anything but farm. I was playing mid. I had BSV Josh playing jungle.
Mm.
Which it's whatever. We had our issues during
Yeah,
like when we
jungle
were playing.
Diflame, yeah.
And then who the fuck was my top laner?
I think he had Beats as your top lane.
I don't think so. I would have
You
cracked
sure?
the
Because I
shits at
remember
Beats at
Beats
one point.
Beats. Oh, okay.
He may have subbed, but
Yeah, because I remember we did a scrim against you guys, and you had like Neymar Sai as your bot lane, but Beats is your AD, Trash Can is your jungle, and you were playing Yone.
oh yeah, I remember that game because Nate was playing Caitlyn, right? And Nate just
Bro,
fucking brings up that game because I was running it like
you were running it, but
refusely hard.
my ADC was running it harder, bro. He saw you. I think at one point he saw you dash into him, and
Yeah.
he just felt the need to go melee range, bro.
Yeah, I think I killed him, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, it was great. It was great fun because this
Yeah,
is at the
Rhaegar
time where
best AD.
this is at the time where I actually couldn't play Yone, right? Whereas I
Oh,
can.
don't worry, the champion just came out, and I'm pretty sure when we saw you pick it, we're like, huh,
Huh, what a cunt.
goofy.
I,
Yeah, what a
I
goofy
did
cunt.
that all the time in scrims though. I used to just fucking giga troll scrims.
Mm.
There's many stories of me trolling scrims, but
But
but yeah,
as long as you win the tournaments,
yeah. Who
then
cares, right?
do scrims matter? Let's be
Nah.
real.
But yeah, so the Bravo team, I was having issues with Josh because he was like account sharing and whatnot at the time, and I
The
was
owner,
like,
BSV.
yeah, I was like, yo, you're the owner. This looks bad. Now this is like a year and a half ago, so or maybe like two. So the statute of limitations is gone on this matter, right? I This is how I talk about the stuff like such a things. The same with like any kind of like previous births. Statute of
Mm.
limitations is way gone.
Mm.
And so he said if anyone leaves the team, he was leaving as well. Stefmo
Yeah,
ended up like leaving the team, and I don't know why. Right?
bro. I remember versing you guys in a tournament game actually, and I flamed the fuck out of Stephanie when we won, bro.
Yeah, that was
I've,
classic Alius gameplay.
but what called Alius? That was the time of the legendary SWA bruh, SWA simp, and SWA cuck. The famous trio.
The famous trio. Simp was a fucking garbage player. See, I remember that one was orphans.
Yeah, that one's orphans. Who do you think the other two were?
Well, obviously you, right? I'm
Yeah,
assuming
which
you
one
were
was
playing
I?
Bra.
I was bruh, you reckon? No, I
Because,
was cuck.
of course you were.
Vigilant was bruh.
Because you were fucking cuck.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, so Stefmo left the team, which made, like, so Josh left the team, and instead of, like, rebuilding the roster, Razy's just like, well, I'm just going to disband the team. Good luck in your future teams. And I was like,
You know, I've
eh.
met Razy IRL.
Have you?
Yeah, at like a LAN event. I had to look. Oh, bro. Yeah. So height difference is obviously like not a thing people think about a lot before you meet
No.
someone. But when you meet someone, right, and you have to look down to like talk to them, bro, it's just the worst. There's a
Okay,
huge
you
height
flexing
difference
how
between me and
tall you
Razy.
are.
Wait, I mean,
Man's
bro,
out
I'm
here
trying to slouch
flexing
in my
his
chair.
fucking height.
Bro, I'm trying to seem normal by slouching in my chair, bro.
Oh,
So
yeah,
like,
yeah, just sit up. Just sit up.
sit up. All
Yeah.
right. So this is the edge of my chair, and this is me, bro. This.
Okay, maybe I should stop slouching. See, that would be funny, but I'm not slouching. Right?
Yeah. Hmm.
Man's out here fucking flexing.
What am I flexing? What, bro? Bro, I'm just pointing out there's like a huge height difference between me and Razy, bro.
I
That's
don't
about
know
it.
why this came into fucking...
No, I was just pointing out like if anyone wants to meet Razy, just be prepared in how short he is, bro. And that's not like a diss. Obviously, that's something he can't change, right? And that's something he should be proud of, right? Because he can't change it.
Bro.
But you need to like stop flame, and if you want to take it as flame, that's on him, bro. That's not me. I'm just saying, just be prepared to be prepared for any situation when you meet someone, bro. Like short, fat, skinny, tall, bro. You gotta be prepared
Okay.
for all of it, bro. They
Right.
have like pimples on their face too. Yeah, you gotta be prepared for all of it.
Yeah, so Razy decided to just, boom the team, right?
Mm.
and it was like good luck in your like future endeavors, kind of like a moving you on type deal. And so like I left, right, because if he had wanted me still around in the org, I felt like he would have DM'd me at the time, because I didn't
Mm.
even find out through any of my team members that the team was disbanding. I found out through fucking at
That's
the
poor management.
yeah, it was very weird. At the time there was I forgot what his name was, but he was like trying to make like an in-house scrim server with like a
Yeah.
leaderboard and stuff.
It, wasn't there already something like that though? Like the OS in-houses?
Those in-houses, no, because those were you just sign up alone and you get
Oh, okay.
and like it gets
Yeah,
drafted
wait.
and whatnot.
Well, I swear there's something similar that Flinch was a part of or some shit.
Yeah, that's what that was.
Oh, that was it? Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Oh.
that's how I met Flinch. I just picked him first every game, but
Mm.
but yeah, so it was like something scrims or whatnot, and then the scrim got cancelled, and I was like, what's up, and that's how I found out my team was disbanding,
Mm.
which is very fucking poor for me to find out that way, right? But I was at the same point I was like, this team was shit anyway. I don't have to leave, get
Mm.
more of a bad rep for leaving teams when the team just mutually disbands, and then I go off to um I think I'd like stopped in like WKW for like a little bit. I was trialing for them mid spot and whatnot. Nah, I was trying. Don't fucking shake your head. I was trialing for it at one point,
Okay. No,
and it,
that's
it
cool.
didn't work out.
Mm.
Um, and then I landed in Aero on Brittany's team, and it was fucking disaster. Yeah, you're shaking your head, but I also agree with that. Because
Oh, I
this
want to
was
put
the
this.
team where the team was so bad. So I had like Shuey as my jungler, who was like a plat player. And then when he played Nine to Gold, it was fucking hilarious because I knew exactly what his accounts were.
Was that
Um,
the Olaf?
yeah,
Fuck that guy.
I'm
Bro,
pretty sure. Is that the game where I told orphans if he wanted to learn Cassiopeia, hit me up?
mm-mm.
Nah.
No. I'm pretty sure you said that when he was playing into someone called Wicked.
Oh yeah, and they lost the game. Yeah, it was fucking
Mm.
hilarious because Wicked was like a silver 4 player.
That game, I'm pretty sure we were aware that this guy was a Smith, right?
Yeah.
But we didn't care because we're like, well, we're just better. And
Were you better? Because it didn't
well, we're
didn't
better than
play
four
out
of their
that way.
players, bro. Bro, they had a comp around that guy, bro. Well, like, what do you want
Yeah.
me to say? Generally, it was like an Olaf. They had a Seraphine. They had a Lulu, Janna. Fuck, bro. They had all the caster supports in that game, bro.
I'm pretty sure it was Yumi and that's it. Yumi Seraphine. I don't think there
Yeah,
was a
no, it
fucking
was. It was
Jana.
Seraphine Yumi, bro. That shit was fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Fuck that
Well,
guy.
what got me right, and because I also didn't give a fuck that he was smurfing, because I was like, it's one player, the rest of the players are shit.
So, so you don't give a fuck that he's smurfing, but you give a fuck if Shuri was smurfing.
No, look, because I wasn't playing that night. Fuck you, right?
Okay.
I cared and I looked into it.
So you care about your community when it's on your team, but not on other teams.
Well,
Okay, I see.
I don't have to. I control my own team, right? Or the team I'm a part of. I don't control the other
Yeah.
teams.
Okay. Okay. Hirogi trash can. Yeah, go on.
No, that was Neymar's team.
It's Neymar's team, but you're a part
Yeah.
of it, no? So
Always
that's your
look.
team still.
Look, we didn't know at the time.
I'm
I
sure you
found
didn't
it.
know.
I didn't know,
Mm.
right? I'm not throwing shade at Neymar, but I didn't know.
Man, Neymar doesn't know shit. Don't blame
Look, I'm not flaming him. Right.
him.
So what was I talking about? Yeah. Um. Yeah, Shuey. Right. Fuck you. Um. Because when he played in that team, I was also like, it's whatever. The rest of the players are like garbage. Good on him for like hard carrying that game. Because I'd gone to bed at this time. Don't you shake your head. Let me finish my story.
I'm letting you finish it, bro. You're
I
just focusing on me shaking my head, bro.
I woke up, right, and I see so many messages in the Ocelot server
Mm.
because this is at the time where Ubi and like Surge and stuff had went and joined their org.
Yeah, League of Fit. Yeah.
Yeah, they named themselves like Elder Ocelots or some shit, right?
Mm.
And from what I heard, they were talking about it in like their private like team channel, and one of the
Mm.
admins who could see their channel like pinged them in general chat to talk about it there, right? Because like they were inquiring about the guy, like
Mm.
being a Smurf, and like the entire fucking the only reason you do that as an admin is you're pretty much citing them to get bashed by the community.
Yeah, no, that's also just poor management. I'm glad that org's not around anymore,
Yeah,
bro.
went boom.
Toxic,
And
toxic.
so like I woke up and I was kind of like, because like Ubi and like Whitey and stuff were like my boys at one point. I was like, yo, fuck these guys. So I went and like digged up everything I knew. Right. I went
Didn't
and
you
like,
post a video?
yeah, the video was hilarious. Um,
If you say so.
because okay, fuck you. Okay, it was a pretty good video. Because one of their admins was like, you know, listen to us, and maybe you win a game or two. And like I saw that night because
That's Sherry management, bro. What the fuck?
yeah, it was bad because they got a DQ win against Team Tristana
Mm.
where now I subbed in, and because like they had two players who hadn't played their games, they would have let one player away with it and me to sub in for the other one, but they couldn't like get away with like two people doing it because this is at the
Mm.
time where like rules were like slightly broken for certain teams and whatnot.
Mm.
It's I'm not saying the rule book was perfect back then, but it was
No, it hasn't been perfect for a while.
it was something
Oh,
like
there's
that.
never gonna be a perfect rule book, actually.
Nah.
To talk about it, let's be real. Someone's always gonna complain.
Yeah.
Someone's always gonna find like some sort of mistake.
Yeah,
It's
it's
fucked.
rough, right? And
Yeah.
we whooped them in 15 minutes. Like
Mm.
we made them FF and their game wasn't ready. That's how badly they were losing to us. Right? And so like they went on in the tournament. I was like, yeah, well, surely we just tilted them off the face of the earth so they just lose. And I think they got another DQ win. The jungler came in. They played you guys in the finals, and I was like, surely, right? And like you guys were winning the game, and
Bro,
then
you know what it was?
out
It was
comes
at this.
fucking Olaf.
Bro, it was at this. Yeah, no, I know. I know when you're talking about. It's like a Baron play we were trying to do. We're trying to like turn,
Yeah.
but a jungler just stuck on the Baron, and the jungler wasn't Will at the time. It was I think yeah, Mylon D was subbing, and he just didn't want to turn. And so me and Orphans like kind of tell him like, yeah, get off the fucking Baron. Like we need to fight this. And I don't know, he's just hitting it. And then we lost because of it, bro. It was so
Yeah.
pissed. Oh, bro, I was so pissed off.
Yeah. So the moment I saw like some of those messages, right, and like because they were like new fuckers in the scene, because I don't know who the fuck they were, and at the time I was around like all three orgs and whatnot, because it was like
Free orgs.
yeah, there was only a couple orgs doing like the orgs like running the tournaments, not like the
Yeah, I know what
community
you
orgs.
mean. But well, what three were they? ECB,
It was like
BSV, and then
EC
what?
and Team G.
Team G never won any Intergolds. What do you mean?
They did at one point,
Really?
right? Yeah, yeah, they were rocking
I
under
swear
gold.
they've only done circuits this year, bro.
This motherfucker we're talking about last year, aren't we?
Last year? No, no,
I
that
thought this
happened.
was
No,
last
this
year.
year. No, it was this year. It was earlier this year.
Okay, maybe it was just the two, right?
Yeah.
There's so many memories, so many blended together. And so I went and found a clip of me playing into the guy who said that, right? About the
Mm.
whole, just if you want to win a game or two. And I fucking clipped him getting solo killed by me, followed by the fucking coffin meme.
Yeah, of course you would. Of course you would.
Look, and it was fucking hilarious, right? Um, and then yeah, half their teams in like leaving. I got banned from their Discord server, right after dropping all the evidence that I had. Um, I don't know if the result was ever overruled, but end
I
of
can
the
tell you
day,
this right now, it wasn't. And
ah.
while on topic of results, I remember winning the first Iron to Gold and still not getting my prizing. And you
Dude,
know when the first Iron to Gold was?
when was
7
that?
months ago. No,
Ah,
6 months ago.
so you do have time for Rise?
Hmm? I do.
Then why the fuck are you complaining? Just play for fun.
Bro, they promised us something. I think it was RP, and I never got it.
Look, mate, I've been promised many things. I've been promised competent teammates, right? And it doesn't happen all the time. So
Too much faith in people, bro.
too
You'd
too
expect the
much faith.
worst.
You do sometimes, right?
Mm.
Sometimes you just get stuck with trash cans. So now we did kind of touch on this a little bit, right? But during the most recent ladder of BSV, they were trying their new, you join with whoever you want. They even out the MMRs and they put you in the division based on that.
Mm.
You signed up with Stormwolves Academy, right? And
I signed up actually. Originally, I signed up. You talking about the BSV one?
yeah.
Yeah, I originally signed up with Stop Asian Hate actually as a sub.
Ah, and how the
Yeah,
fuck did you get into Stormwolves?
I don't think I was good enough for Div 2, bro. See,
Ah.
I'm not fully egotistical, narcissistic. I understand some people are better than me, and I generally thought tier 2 just wasn't for me.
Yeah.
And so I didn't know how to voice that without sounding like a bit of a dickhead or like a bitch or anything like that. So I
I
just
wouldn't
said to him
touted
like,
you
yeah,
as a
I don't,
bitch.
yeah, I just said to Nate, I just don't want to play anymore, bro. And he's like, okay, cool,
And then you rock into Div 3 on
yeah, and
Stormwolves
then
Academy.
yeah. Well, I just felt like Div 3 was more for me, anyways, right?
Yeah.
Because Div 3 was like the low plat, high gold, and tier 2 was
Some diamond players there.
like yeah, it was like from masters all the way to like high plat.
Yeah, which
So you
is.
could understand like why I didn't want to play in tier 2.
Yeah. Oh, no, I got
Of
it.
course, it would have been fun to like learn and all that shit, but nah, bro. Nah.
You ain't about that, which is fine, right?
Oh, at the time I wasn't. Yeah.
So, I don't remember the exact week, but I want to say
Mm,
6 or 7 weeks in, right?
mm.
Or I think it might have been 4 or 5, depending on how long the round robin went, because the tournament went for like 7 months.
Stupid,
Um,
honestly.
so towards the end of the round robin, now you did mention that you had left the team a week prior to this happening,
Yeah. Mm.
but there was the infamous splitting of the org,
Splitting of the org, you reckon?
as
So,
in, well, splitting of the team.
mm,
Now, there was a video clip of, I believe it was Orphans.
mm.
I want to say telling Sherry to shut up
Well,
or something along those
so,
lines.
so from my understanding of that situation, because I wasn't there, is actually okay. So Orphans and Will were getting mad at the bot lane at that time. It wasn't me, but it was Argonaut and Greg.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's getting pissed off at them, and he feels like he has to overperform when he has bad bot lanes
We talked about
or like a
Orphans
bad
or
carry.
about.
Yeah, Orphans, and
Yeah.
he has to overperform, and sometimes leads to his like downfall because he's focusing too much on how badly the bot lane's doing.
Yeah.
And yeah, he just wasn't happy with his bot lane, and so like you can understand that, right? If someone's not
I've had
performing,
many of
you'd
those,
want him
yeah.
to perform, right?
Yeah.
Especially in like that circuit. Like there's no time for like improve. Should like I mean maybe you can improve throughout that tournament, but it's like at that point in time that I don't think they were doing well. So
Especially when you have a top side of the tournament, right? Where
mm.
it's kind of like you're expected as a team to at least make semis,
You
right?
reckon that team could have made semis?
And I think they could have made top 4. I think Orphans
I
will.
think maybe quarters, and that's how far they ended up, right?
Well, I mean, the team kind of split, right? And it
Mm.
was like new players who came in. But
Mm.
but yeah, because what ended up happening is Shuri brought in. He attempted to bring in like a new like fucking 6 players,
Yeah,
or,
with
or something
optimistic
ridiculous.
Vapor, Viper, whatever that guy's
It
name
was
is.
yeah, it was Seraph,
Yeah,
right?
that guy. And they had
And
Genzo and Arcane, right?
yeah, and I
Yeah,
was
okay.
like meant to be like this sub or some shit because I hadn't actually played.
Mm.
Um, Now I played a game, and then it was told I wasn't allowed because I didn't actually make a ticket for it. I hit up one of the admins and did it in fucking DMs, but because no ticket was actually made, it kind of like null and voided like my entire talk with him because he
Mm.
says make a ticket, which I never did. So that's fuck it. We'll say Shuri never did because he was team captain, right?
Yeah.
About me playing, and then I remember like a week later there was all this discussion on, well, Shuri got the spot because he had Greg and I believe it was like Argonaut right? Who like was still on the roster. So of like the core five, he had three to the two. Um, and then he wasn't even using them, or something like that, and like so people were like pissed about it because that's how he got the spot.
Mm.
And then the whole Defiance Gaming thing happened,
Mm.
right? Vigi
I don't know
Academy
too
is
much about
born.
that. Like, what they get banned for? If you know, was it
It's like
account sharing?
account sharing, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
They had Vincenza, who was clearly a much better player than the actual division was. And yeah, so they got banned for like account sharing and that kind of shit. So you guys came in as Vigi
Yeah.
Academy because I'm pretty sure you were on that
Wait,
roster
wasn't the DG bot lane the bot lane didn't like anything uh over 17?
with DG Botlane.
Yeah, they didn't like anything over 17, right?
Bro, fuck you. I I'm assuming I know what you're referencing, but I don't
Mm.
want to acknowledge it.
Mm. I mean, you don't have to. I'll
I'm
just
I'm not
you can
going
just like
to.
nod your head if it was them,
I
or
I don't know if it
you
was.
don't know. Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, so you guys came in, right?
Mm.
But you guys started at a very awkward. It was either 06 or 07.
Bruh, yeah, no, that was dog shit. But you know what? Okay, so on that, right? A lot of people said, "Oh, we didn't deserve the spot. Like they didn't deserve the spot."
Yeah.
Well, like how many teams would have taken that spot with that record going into it, right? No one. Like
No
literally,
one.
no one would have, and they would have waited for the next
Someone
one.
would have complained. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like they would have already complained already if they got that spot with that score, right? So it's like, yeah, sure, maybe we didn't deserve the spot, but not many teams would have taken that spot with the score,
No.
bro. So yeah.
Well, because you guys nearly did it. You guys nearly made the top eight.
Yeah.
You guys were like one
Yeah.
game off, and then you lost to Blackhawk in the final game, and it's like,
I blame Sai for that one.
yeah, yes, I was running it. It was fucking
Sai
great.
Sai never plays jungle, bro. Or I've never seen him play jungle before then, and I don't think I want to
I've never
again.
seen him play jungle well. I've seen him play it because he's like a Zac one trick or some bullshit. He's like Jetman, but like so much worse.
Budget.
No, that's Michael. We can't. Michael is
Man,
budget Jetman.
Michael wishes he was a budget jet, bro.
Bro, I've been calling him that for like a year now. Ever since I met him, he's been budget Jetman, even though they don't actually play the same champions, and never have.
Mm.
But yeah, like because you guys took the spot. Now, do I think you guys are better than some of the teams that made it in? Fucking oath, I do.
Of course. Wasn't Orphans considered one of the better mids going into tier 3?
Into tier
That's
three,
what I
yeah,
saw. Yeah, that's what I saw from a lot of tier lists.
he was touted
And
like
then
top three at least, right?
top 3, yeah. Yeah, I'd agree with that.
I won't give him number one because, you know,
Mm.
because I still think at the time he had too many
Bro,
downsides.
I remember the tier list came out, and like it was probably fair because I wasn't on it, but I remember a tier list Shuri posted, I think like when I just joined tier 3. He didn't include me in his tier list, bro. Fuck that guy. Like I don't care for tier lists because they're
Yeah.
opinion based, but like I just didn't see my name mentioned anywhere. I'm like, well, okay, Shuri. Just wait till I have to make my own tier list, bro. You're fucked.
Ooh.
I'm putting you in like fucking 100th.
Well, because I did my tier list, right, of Division 3, and I put below zero at 10th as a team, but it was based off of a personal experience I had playing into them. Now,
Yeah.
I kind of want your opinion on this. When you play as a free agent, are you playing to win?
Well, of course. Right? What the fuck? What the fuck is that?
No,
What?
because
What question is that? Like, okay, when you enter 20 as a free agent, are you just thinking less of yourself? Like,
well,
what does that mean?
I'm thinking I'm gonna have a couple fun games, maybe one or two. No, you think?
When you're a free agent, you're okay. You're showing how well you do in a team environment, right? That's pretty much what a free agent is, right?
Yep. If you're
Yeah.
looking to be
Okay.
picked up by a team.
Yeah. Exactly. So like, why wouldn't you want to win? Are you
Look,
like? Is that just my mindset compared to these other people? Like,
maybe, but I win in free agented, right? Now I
mm,
remember playing into fucking orphans and stuff in the second round, but we'll get to that. I matched into below zero round one. I had an Iron 2 top laner, right? Like legitimately Iron 2.
Mm.
I had a Gold 2 jungler who I knew who he was, and he was previously Plat 4, right?
Mm.
But his account was banned, but he was like eligible and whatnot, and none of the admins had an issue once I said who it was. And then I had a silver bot lane. Now,
Mm.
my AD carry was a Garen one trick, and I had a Yumi main and an Iron player. I went into that below zero game and fucking tore through below zero as a team. Right? Like, pretty much, like, nearly single handedly. It was like that fucking, faker season 3 type bullshit. And then,
Sure.
look,
Sure.
mate, you're just gonna have to believe me, okay?
Yeah, I mean, I never saw it, so I'm gonna have
And
to
then
now.
we went into game 2, right?
Mm.
So the reason I put below zero at 8th, 10th, was because if they, as a bunch of like gold players, couldn't beat 2 gold players, 2 silvers, and an iron, when one of the silver players is off roll, right?
Okay, so okay, so I get you trying to say the individual skill might be better than as a team,
Yeah,
right? But at the end of the day, it's a team game, right? Individual skill doesn't mean a whole lot. You know what I mean?
it means something. It helps. It's the start.
Like it helps, but teamwork always does better than individual skill, and that shows with TBH.
Oh, right.
Well, that's true.
We'll
Like
get to
you're
that.
okay. I'll get to that, and I'll
We'll
be more
get to
honest
that.
about it there,
Yeah.
bro. Like
Um.
I'm not kidding. Like prove me wrong.
I, okay. Right. And then we went into Stonewalls in game 2. Right.
Mm.
Now Will, the dog he is, went and camped my top lane. He camped behind 2 player. Right. And it's
Yeah.
kind of like, yo, damn. And then we just lost. Right. There was very little I could do because the Iron 2 was so far behind. My bot lane was just off to the fucking woodwork. I think Garen got banned. I'm landing into orphans with, Will in his back pocket because that's how they play.
You reckon?
That is exactly
You
how
reckon
they
that's how
play.
they play it?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I'm on record stating back a while
That
ago.
opinion is so similar to Nova's opinion about TNS that their one play style.
I don't say you guys are one play style. But the way
Okay, no, but I'm
orphans.
just saying it's the same opinion. Like, yeah,
Okay.
sure, it's an opinion, but it's a very shit one. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
It
about
might
to
not be.
I'm about to explain the opinion.
All right.
So every time I've landed into orphans without Will, orphans just randomly tries to fight me and loses and dies.
Mm.
Right? But because Will is playing around him, he's there to back orphans up in the shit fight he tries to take. So the shit fight is now no longer a shit fight because it's a 2v1 fight. Because
Yeah.
my jungler's off staring at the fairies somewhere, as
Yeah.
they
He's
always
looking at how
were.
to get to Zimbabwe ASAP.
Bro, even they were used to fucking do it to me when he was my jungler.
Nay.
Yeah, they just
Oh
off
shit.
the woodwork. You can't really
Uh,
talk about the matter because he'll just put you on the bench. But, like, it's fine.
yeah, he might replace me with Arcane. I'm much better
Yeah.
support.
I don't know. Arcane was number 1 at one point, outside of Sparky.
Mm. Mm.
Um,
Okay.
so, what was I talking about? Yeah, I was talking about some shitters and free agent teams.
Yeah, we're talking about Visual Academy, right?
Yeah, yes.
Mm.
And then we started, like, rotating onto, like, tier lists, right? So, that's the reason why I put below zero at temp. It's because I had a previous experience with the team, and I was like, well, as a
Mm.
team, if you guys can't beat a bunch of individual players who, in theory, should be at a lower skill level,
Mm.
right? Then, I don't think you're gonna have like do much in this comp.
Mm.
They did
Then below
finish.
zero came like fourth,
No, they finished 8th.
eighth.
Yeah.
What's the
Uh,
team I'm thinking of that um got through because of disqualification? Was that not below zero?
might have been below zero.
Oh,
Or you
okay.
talking about in Div 2?
No, Div 3.
Um,
Blue, like some team got through because the other team had a Smurf.
yeah. Oh no, that's the Kraken Sapphire stuff. Yeah. So
Mm.
that was also below zero. Okay.
Oh, okay.
They finished the regular season as the 8th seed,
Oh, okay.
right?
Oh, okay.
Which
No,
is what I'm
actually,
talking
yeah,
about.
okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Okay, yeah.
But they finished 4th overall outside of the
Mm.
bracket because Kraken got DQ. But it was yeah, so I put them at that, and I was like, yo, Vict Clan Hades, they look pretty bad. So I put them at ninth. And then I was like, yo, Flame can give you guys a couple games. So I put Goguru Gaming at eighth. And then the rest of like the teams just like went up. I put
Where'd you
Kraken.
put? Where'd you put the Stormwolves roster? Like that one at the time, where it had like Will
I
Shiri, Orphans, Argonaut, Greg.
I think I put it like fourth.
Fourth?
It might have been fourth or fifth.
Who'd you put top three?
It would have been Kraken Sapphire at one, right? Because
Really?
I had Kraken Sapphire winning. Um,
Uh, yeah, no, I could see that. See that.
and then I had obviously Alpha at two,
Hmm.
and I think I had, I want to say it was Blackhawk at three.
Really?
Let me actually do my research and pull up my video real quick because I don't want to get this
Because
wrong.
it's interesting that you put DG3. Oh, not,
Oh
sorry.
no, I put
Uh,
Defiance Gaming third.
yeah, okay, yeah, I thought so. I thought so.
Um,
Yeah, that sounds a bit more accurate.
I forgot they were a team after they got DQ'd,
Mm.
but my tier list was done
It went
before.
past 17 weeks.
Yeah. Kraken Sapphire 1, WKW Alpha at 2, Defiance at 3, Stormwolves at 4, Blackhawk at 5. Basically Challenger at 6. I don't know why the
Okay,
fuck
when
Galaxy
you made
Gaming's at
that,
7.
did you base it off of skill? I want to know.
I based a lot of it off like previous experience against players
Oh, okay.
and like
So
seeing
individual
them
skill,
play.
right?
Uh
Basically individual skill.
and some of like the team play,
Okay,
right?
okay.
Because but
Yeah, no,
because
Kraken. So Kraken Sapphire
yeah.
probably had like the best teamwork. I would say, especially when even if they had a Smurf in their like the quarterfinal games, I feel like they had the better teamwork. So I would agree with you on number one.
They didn't need the fucking Smurf,
No, they didn't even
which
need the work.
really
They
bothers
already had
me.
good teamwork. Yeah. Didn't they have like a legitimate mid laner and they just
Yeah,
swapped it for Jokes one? Or if that was
yeah,
Danger? Yeah.
and I was still on the roster as a fucking sub,
Huh.
and I could have played.
What do you know what triggered them or like what made them do that? Like swap to Jokes one
I
like that Smurf?
it was the fact that Lauder was dealing with a lot more like work outside of the game, but I just don't know why they wouldn't come ask me, right? But like they're of the opinion that they didn't know who it was, but
Hmm.
it's very hard. It's very hard to say without actually being in the inner circle, and I don't want to like throw shade when I don't actually know.
Yeah, fair. Fair. Did
But
you like
yeah,
any of those Kraken guys by the way?
Summer
Like
was an alright dude. I've had my issues with Kaneki and Soul Elixir over the
yeah, I feel like these were very egotistical.
look. I've had issues with them. Shrexy I didn't really mind.
Yeah.
As like a person,
Actually, on Soul Elixir, that guy's actually probably the most egotistical person I've met in my life, bro. No cap.
and you have
Bro,
met
I
orphans.
remember, what was it one Iron to player? I think it was in the Kraken server. He added everyone and said, "Oh, Kraken Ruby is in the finals." And then Lawrence said something because he was still in Sapphire, I believe.
Uh,
And I don't know, was it? Elixir said something about, "Oh, why are you so salty? You jealous that we're in finals?" And then Lawrence was like, "Huh, this is like the only time you'll ever be in finals or some shit."
yeah,
I,
it was
I was like,
fucking.
what the fuck? Like,
Uh,
huh.
like yes, it's a good feat, right? That they're in finals, but it's like motherfucker, slow your roll.
Yeah, like, but beyond that, I don't think that like Kraken Ruby achieved much nine to flat.
No, they didn't do fucking anything.
Mm.
Um,
Mm.
right. So moving on from the split, right? Because it happened. You guys failed to make the playoffs through losing a game to Blackhawk, which really sucked because I do think you guys could have made more damage in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's the only time Black Hawk ever beat me and Orphans, by the way.
Yeah. Too bad you guys couldn't turn it on when you needed it most.
Yeah, well, how am I gonna put this to you? Their team play was better than our team play on that night.
Yeah,
Put it like that.
well, look, you had Sai, and
Yeah,
he was
what
good
his
most of the
autofield
time.
jungle. We had a pretty shit draft. Yeah, bro. There's a lot of excuses I can make,
Yeah.
alright, for that night. But I'll just say that they had the better team play on that night.
Oh yeah, they played better than you.
Mm. As
And
a team.
then no individuals as well. They were clearly better on the night. They did finish second, by the way. You guys finished ninth.
Okay.
In the record books, you guys finished Snipes. I'm just
They
saying.
came second because of their team play. If you want to
um,
say it's individual skill, then I'm happy to show you some videos, bro. Like
some
actually,
vid-
I can show you some screenshots if you want.
Look, I do know the Black Hawk boys semi wellish. I was the one on record saying Zelicus was coin flip player,
He is.
and yeah, but no one was willing to admit that before I admitted it.
You know, what was that team ever considered good before that circuit? Did they do something fucking crazy?
I think they had won a couple events, but I don't think it
Was
was
that was
ever.
that when there was no like good players around or some shit, bro? Like,
Yeah, it was. um,
bro, I remember TBA Chuha was considered the best support because you know why he's considered the best? Is because if you look at that, right, his name's gonna be brought up mostly because he's playing a lot. Whereas like all these other supports, like myself, Sparky,
Arcane.
Arcane, we
Yeah.
didn't give a fuck, bro. I'm pretty sure we just didn't care. We didn't care to play.
Well, I
There was no other consistent supports around
yeah.
to show that this guy was shit. I feel like that.
At one point, right, someone was saying to me, "Oh, Bronze League and Chairs have gotten so good." This is going back maybe like six,
Yeah,
but
this was just before I left Vigilant Academy, bro. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, just before I left Vigilant
um,
Academy.
yeah. So I went on record and like I ended up saying it's because they're like when teams at the top disband or move up to plat because that is what they do.
Mm.
Team Tristana had left right because the players couldn't play the 3 games.
Bro, I miss Team Tristana. I miss
Um,
Talia.
Fuck Talia. He left my team and with Royale.
What?
However,
Come on,
it
bro.
did
You
give
can't
us
say fuck
Arcane.
Talia, bro.
It
That
gave us
guy's behind
Arcane.
me. Bro, shout out
Um,
to Talia, bro.
yeah.
I miss that
So
guy. Bro, you know me and him had a game to decide because we both had the same icon at the time.
yeah,
Well, like Lisa has to change his icon.
and you
Bro,
lost.
like I actually don't think we versed. I'm pretty sure he lost the game before that, bro.
It sounds like him. Yeah. So Team Tristana had left right, and like all
Mm,
of their players like left. And I don't think they've been back like since. Um,
mm.
WKW Alpha was having like their issues because I think like Sparky wasn't available or Shiny wasn't playing. Something was happening and they were having like a mad slump. And then
Mm.
Gap had disbanded, where Hirogi Trashcan kind of like went off to the wayside. Right, they were banned and whatnot. Nate had hit plat. I had stopped like playing for a bit.
Didn't you make a super team at this time? Where I had like
Okay,
Pixie,
let's
Jet,
not
you,
speak about this.
Nay, Arcane. Wait,
Let's
no, like I'm generally asking. That is around the same time, yeah?
it's very
Okay.
similar in the timeline, right? I think they
Alright.
had gone back to Alpha by then, but we so I went on record saying those teams haven't gotten better, but the spot at the top is there for someone to take
Yeah.
because there's no
I
teams
mean,
there.
I don't want to discredit teams too much because of the success, but yeah, that is kind of fair to say, right? There's no other good like worthy
Yeah,
challenges around.
yeah,
Or
they
like
were.
consistent teams. I think that's a better word. Yeah, better words
Yeah,
I'm gonna use. Consistent teams around to
yeah.
yeah.
We'll go with your word. Your word is less toxic than mine,
Mm.
even though they were a bunch of shitters, right? And when
Well, hey, I didn't say I didn't agree with that.
but
I'm just trying to be nice for a bit before I flame people.
on the super team aspect, right? Because you did. Thank you for bringing that up, right? We
Mm.
try to forget that. Um,
Wait, actually, I remember a game now. Hang on. Didn't you guys lose to Orphan's Will when they were on MCOM?
fuck you, probably. We lost to everybody.
You know,
So
I remember watching that game from your point of view, and you guys were shit talking Orphans so fucking much, bro. What happened, bro? What happened? That's all I'm gonna
so
say is what happened, bro.
so the issue is right is we went and took players who were very good at what they did on their teams, right?
Mm.
Now I think Pixie was coming in. I don't really
Do you
know
think
if he.
Neymar's better at AD or jungle?
Oh, it's hard because Nate at the time was probably better jungle. Like for
Okay.
the gap team, he was better jungle.
Mm.
Because of how we matched into the top teams at the time. But
Mm.
early on, like we just won every lane. But in the super team, right? Arcane had come off not playing for fucking ages, and
Bro, what the fuck, bro? That guy's busy with fucking uni, bro.
yeah, I'm
I'm pretty
not
sure
I'm
he's
not
subbing
saying
for my.
he's.
He's a sub for my team, bro, for like the CMG ladder, bro.
I'm not saying
Fuck.
he's not busy, but like he stopped playing for fucking ages, right? bring him
Mm.
back, rise him up from the fucking grave, as it were. Nays role swapping back into AD carry. I'm
Mm.
mid, and then we got Jet Pixie. I feel bad for Pixie at the time because he was playing like a fucking madman. Like he was
Okay.
trying to
Okay.
carry us.
So my question, my response to that, right? Pixie was plat before, yeah.
Yeah.
So do
They
you
had
think he's
also
doing
dropped back
well?
down to
Do you think
flat,
he's doing? Yeah, okay. Do you
down to
think he's
gold.
doing well because he's versing all these gold players that have never hit anything past gold one, or do you think it's because he was good? Let
Look,
me put it like that.
in the
Not saying
skill,
he's bad. Like I'm not
yeah.
saying he's bad, but I'm just saying like his skill level would have surpassed all these other gold top laners.
I think because I think he had been playing a lot of Iron to Plats as well in the time.
Yeah, I remember versing him when he was top laner for
Um,
J Dragons
yeah,
at one
and
point.
because he was playing on an MCOM Iron to Plat team as like a
Mm.
P4 when he dropped into gold, it's the Iron to Plats can be so much like learning for the Iron to Gold players. Like you just have to get over the fact you're gonna lose games, and you're gonna lose games hard.
Mm. It's not about losing the game; it's about what you do afterwards, right?
Yeah, and then
Mm.
you get back up, you go again, right? And over time
And I
you're
shit
not.
talk.
Oh yeah, over time you're not gonna make the same mistakes into those players as you did before. So
Mm.
I think he had learned a lot from those games, right?
Yeah,
And when
it
he
looked that way from what I saw.
uh,
When he was like an Iron to Gold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so when he he comes down versus the Iron to Gold top laners, the Iron to Gold top laners aren't going to punish him for the things that the Plat top laners did, right? Which
No.
which allows him to punish instead. Um,
Mm.
and
He could be
then
more himself in
yeah,
Iron to Gold than Iron to Plat. Yeah.
but the main issue for the team was we had too many cooks in the kitchen.
Too many cooks in the kitchen, you reckon?
Yeah, Jeb
How
likes to
many
talk.
cooks?
I
How
like
many
to
cooks?
talk, and Nay does as
Ah.
well, right? So we all have like different ways of playing the game. Now, me and Nay
Y-
worked on Gap
Yeah, I was
because
about to say, Jeb's way of playing the game is because he's so used to having Sparky
yeah,
Shiny Bot.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but so what ended up happening is because Nay and Arcane were slumping and I wasn't having the best fucking start of the year either because all my champions were like completely gutted into the ground, right? Because I remember I think I
Yeah, Malzahar didn't get buffed, right?
Why? Look, I couldn't play Cassiopeia because it was shit. Oriana was unplayable. Like it wasn't unplayable, but it wasn't like
Mm.
great. Because
Mm.
mythics they weren't good for mages at the time. So
Yeah.
every motherfucker's like out here playing Irelia, fuck you orphans, and it was like Irelia, Akali, and it's like I
Yeah,
don't
his
touch.
main champions, yeah.
Yeah, I can't play those, right? Um,
But
and
I'm pretty sure we were like laughing at the fact you're playing Akali at one point.
bro, if it was in my scrims, I was just fucking drinking. I used to do that a lot. The same with my first
Yeah,
games.
wait, no, I maybe showed up to a Stormwolf scrim drunk. I
Look,
remember this.
look.
I remember this now. And the support wasn't happy with you, and he was so unhappy he left that team, bro. And then the AD left, and then I left.
um, did I play the worst on the team?
I can't give you an answer on that because I don't remember how people did, but I just remember you
Because
being drunk and
look,
what happened
if I
afterwards.
didn't play the worst on the team, then
No,
someone
the
has to
support
step the
did.
game up.
That's right. The
Yeah.
support did, bro. That actually, I'm not gonna flame him because he had his own issues at that time. But yeah, no, that was yeah, no, that happened. Yeah.
I've had a couple instances where I've done that.
Mm.
Um, but but yeah, so like my super team, right? It just we didn't gel together as players, and if Nay and Arcane weren't slumping and I wasn't slumping, I think that team hits the ground running just off pure like talent.
You reckon?
I do at the time,
Okay.
but because we didn't, and like the pitch to certain players were, we're not gonna need to practice because we're just that much better than others.
Mm.
Like just on like individual lane by lane.
Yeah.
And so Jip ended up leaving to go back to Alpha, and Alpha
Yeah,
needed a top
I heard
laner.
he was gonna do that anyways. When did
It
you know he was moving back to Alpha?
the moment he's I had suspected at the moment he said that he was out, right? And I was kind of like,
You know when I suspected it? When the team was announced.
when the team was announced.
Oh, not announced, but like when the team. I don't know why I said announced. When the team was first heard of.
Yeah.
Because he just likes playing with the people he's played with.
Yeah, I mean they've played together for so long, right? It was like
Mm.
4 years or something.
Yeah, I remember seeing. Actually, the first time I saw Jeb or like met Jeb, I'm pretty sure Shiny was his AD.
Yeah,
Mm.
like they've been around together for so long, but
Yeah,
yeah, I
old man
mean,
Shiny.
old man shiny. It's like a learning experience, right?
Mm.
Because if, for instance, if that didn't happen then and it happened, let's say like nowish, right?
You
And the
reckon?
meta is so much more favorable to a player like myself because Cassio was just buffed and I can now play Yone. I can, my mages are back. Um,
Okay, but think about this, right? You're saying like if that team happened now, but would you? Okay, I won't put this in a way that's not retarded. Okay, so you're saying it's happened now, right? Like what if scenario?
yeah.
But what would have happened at the start of the year then?
Well,
Would you
it's
have
a
not have
fair.
played? Would you have only played Iron to Plat with Lubu and all that?
Uh, I don't really like that Sonic Boom team, but
That's the name of the team. Fuck.
um, it's weird,
I was
right?
trying to remember. I was
Because
trying to remember that team for the longest time
because I
recently.
I was playing a lot more Iron to Plat than Iron to Gold,
Mm.
but I think it was because I was waiting
Do you
on
feel like? Wait, hang on.
Pixie and
Sorry to cut
May.
you off. But do you feel like because you played those Iron to Plats at the start that has helped you improve and gotten you to Plat now? Like, do you feel like if you didn't play those Iron to Plats, you'd be Plat anyways right now?
I think over time, right? Because I've been around for 3 or so years. I
Mm.
think last season I could have hit Plat, right? As like no shade to anyone who's like, "Ha, fuck you, Envy, you suck." I
Mm.
honestly think I could have got it, but I was too content. Big fish, small pond,
Mm.
right? Whereas the moment you hit P4, you kind of start at the bottom again and Iron to Plat in terms of like talent, so to speak. Whereas at the time, I could have been like, "Yo, Envy's currently like I'm currently looking for team." I'd have like 3 messages about like a starting mid lane spot,
Mm.
right? And like I kind of get like my pick of the litter outside of like the top teams.
Just
Um,
trying to think on that. I think if you're a very good Iron to Gold player, maybe you wouldn't be at the bottom. But like not saying just you, but in
yeah,
general, like if anyone was like good at Iron to Gold, I don't think they would be at the very bottom of Iron to Plat. Maybe middle, but not at the bottom.
yeah, but you don't get your pick of the teammates as easy,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
of course. But
Um,
I'd rather have a low Iron to Plat team than a high Iron to Gold team
oh yeah,
because they're
same.
pretty much the same.
There's so
But you'd learn
much,
more. You'd learn more for Iron to Plat. Yeah.
yeah. And I've looking back now,
Mm.
I think it's probably part of a regret, right? Because if I had have went for it faster, then I wouldn't have the meme of orphans hit plat before you and anything like that. But also, like on a serious note,
Mm.
maybe I'd be plat 2 right now. Um,
Mm. What's the highest rank you feel like you could hit? Like right now, if you just grinded solo queue not stop.
I think if I cut the champion pull back again, right?
Mm.
Because I
Like
did
if
cut
you
it to
okay,
climb.
like if you had a one trick champion, what champion would that be first?
Uh, I as bad as this is gonna sound, I think it's Malzahar.
Okay, how high do you reckon you could hit?
I think I could get plat 2, plat 1.
Plat two. Okay, oh well, we'll say plat two because that's like a probably good answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you feel like you'd hit plat two, right?
Yeah, I feel I could hit plat 2
Okay.
like nowish.
Okay.
Uh, but it's hard, right? Because I don't like playing Malzahar all the time.
Do you feel like it's a boring champion? Like you main it. Like, do you feel like it's a boring
I,
champion?
the champion is very uninteractive in the laning phase.
Okay.
I
You know,
and
Boxer, he played Malzahar, right?
yeah,
Did that look interactive?
I wasn't fucking watching his game.
Ah, okay.
I know he played it in the finals. I told Vigi to play at top lane, but he didn't listen to me.
Mm.
Um, it's hard, right? Because we're talking. I prefer to just like lane lock people when I play Malzahar.
Mm.
And then my jungler can go focus elsewhere. Obviously, if my jungler comes, then we kill, right? But it's what like one of the big Malzahar tools. But if I can go get myself a 45 CS lead, 4 tower plates, right, I think even without the kills, that's still a really good advantage. Just off of pure like laning as Malzahar. But I
Yeah.
think as everyone's like, you just EW the waves and you do nothing else. It's like early game, which because like every champion is different. Every champion has a point in the game where they are good and a point where they are bad.
Yeah.
If you are playing something with wave clear and you can clear Malzahar voidlings early on, like in the laning phase, so prime example would be Ari, Talon, something like Cassiopeia can kind of like run Malzahar down early levels. You just straight up beat him because he has to use more mana to clear the waves because he's using like more than one cycle on his abilities to clear the same wave. Especially when Cassio gets like mana back on her E casts and Oriana can kind of like clear waves. Ari, you hit pretty much everything in the fucking lane. So when people are like Malzahar's so easy, you just EW. It's like, bro, have you played Malzahar? Have you played a lane where they are pressuring you? Because it's not fun on Mel's. It's fucking horrible.
Is that why you don't like playing Mouse? Like, is that the reason why you don't playing it a lot? Is because you just feel
It's
like a lot of lanes are just pressured, like
a lot
pressuring
of lanes
Mouse hard?
are bad for Mel's.
Okay.
It's also the likes of, especially when you start getting into like the iron to plat range or like the good iron to gold junglers, you just get camped.
Mm.
Like you straight up just get camped for it.
Yeah.
So like I couldn't blind pick Mel's heart anymore into, for instance, when I play into like TNS and whatnot, because ring race he's on Zac, he's in my lane 4 times before 4 minutes, right? Like I'm completely gone. Box killer's on, even if he's on like Cassin or something, right? The amount of
Do you think?
pressure
Hey, hang on. Do you think Box Killer is a good player?
I it's hard because I've not seen him without ring race.
Okay.
I
All
think
right.
as a duo they are great,
Mm.
but
Do you reckon? It's interesting how was it a Pillow episode? Yeah, the recent, like one of the recent ones. Reese considered himself like not the best Gold, no, the best Div 2 jungler.
yeah.
Did you agree with that?
A player like Foreigner was in Div 2 as well, right?
Oh, okay.
Um, but his team just on a like a standalone level was worse.
Mm.
Because I forgot who he had like as his mid laner and whatnot. But
Mm.
I think Ring
That
Reese,
team had Tyran, right?
Tyran, those resilience. Nah, they had it was like Lawrence's team.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they had Tyran.
Do they have
Surely
Tyran?
they had Tyran.
Possibly. I know like Cerberus had like Pirate Pat and shit, and like Shark. But nah, it's very
Mm.
hard without seeing the player by itself,
Okay.
right? So I can comment on him in lane, right? Because I've laned into him,
Mm.
but
Okay.
a
Do you think
lot
he's a good
of
laner? Let me put it like that then. Let me
uh,
simplify the question. Is he a good laner?
is he a good laner?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say he's pretty good for Iron to Plat.
Okay.
Um, but
Do you think
again,
Do you think over time, because was it considered he's considered a free trick, isn't he? I've
uh,
heard someone say he's a free trick.
what's that?
With like
Yone. It'd be
Yone
Yone,
Kassadin,
Cassidy, and what's the third?
Pantheon.
Ah, I think if that's what his team needs him to play, right?
Mm.
Then, why? Like if Ringreese is getting double banned, then you don't really need to go play anything else.
Mm.
Why waste time when you don't have to?
Okay. Do you
But
reckon? Do you reckon he's good at laning because he's playing champions he's comfortable on?
I think it helps.
Okay.
And for instance, if he's on Pantheon, it's a very easy setup champion for anyone to come to his lane. Cassin's a bit harder because it's like an Uber scaler, right? So I think that's kind of where you just need to like sit back a bit, wait. Um, I've played Yonan towards Cassidy. I got dropped in the laning phase, because Ring Reese was in my lane as well. But it ended up getting to the point where I I ended up like beating him in like the team fight pressure. So they lost the game because I was, I got like a good fucking Yon ulti and then we just won. This is when I was
Mm.
on Sonic Boom. But in a laning phase, I should easily win that lane. But I didn't win that lane.
Yeah.
But it's again, it's very hard to match an individual player nowadays when his teammates are of the same skill level at least,
Mm.
and that skill level is nearly so much better than any other Iron to Plat team.
Okay. Okay.
Um, but I I want to talk about you joining the orphanage. Yeah, yeah, you smiling because you know that's a dumb name.
I'm not smiling at that. Like, do you want to know something funny?
What are you smiling at?
So whilst waiting for the orphanage to form, I joined MCOM J Dragons like a few weeks ago,
Okay.
and I left just like at the start of this week. No, I left on Sunday. Do you know how I left? I
How'd
wrote a
you live?
nice message saying how I don't know. So I think I left the game, like a voice call of a game, saying I had a phone call. But yeah, and then afterwards, I just typed in the team chat like, "Hey, I got a job offering at an orphanage,"
Okay.
mm. and because we just figured out who to get for the orphanage, and I'm like,
Yeah.
"All right, I got to leave J Dragons." So yeah, I just said I was working at an orphanage.
Yeah. Well.
That might I may not be the orphanage that's playing in the Team G ladder, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you got Nay, yourself,
Mm,
obviously orphans
mm.
because he's orphans. I believe your 80 carry.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing, bro?
I.
Take it however I
uh.
want. Alright, sweet.
Yeah. However you like. I'm pretty sure is Perot playing on that team. I think he is.
He is listed as us on our team, so yeah,
And then I
I'd
don't
say
know
he
who the
is.
fuck your top laner is because you couldn't have Vigi.
No, we've got so Orphans has a brother, and that's him.
Okay, orphans has a brother. Okay.
Mm. Well,
Yeah.
no, like generally they're IRL brothers, bro.
I didn't say they weren't.
Okay.
So that's a funny way to get Vigi onto the team, though. I didn't realize they were brothers.
Okay. I mean, yeah, like, well, okay. How else am I meant to answer this, like, without you trying to take it in some way, bro?
Look,
It's a bit like,
you answered it.
it's
It's
like some
fine.
piss question, bro. It's like a bait question.
It's like it is a bait question.
You know Ewa Hawani? Do you know who that is?
No,
He's a interviewer for MMA, right? Like, does a lot of MMA interviews,
no.
but he's mostly known for shoot staring, right? So what I believe you're trying to do right now is trying to what I believe you're trying to do with that sort of comment is try to shit stir.
Look, I'm just saying, if he rocks out Lee Sin top or some
Okay,
Volibear gameplay, I know who I'm looking at.
all right, cool. I can't wait for him
Um,
to pick Lee Sin and into it.
and into it, that's what Vigi would do.
Mm. I can't wait for my platform Unreal Rich top lane to be other platinums.
Beat other platinums.
Mm. Do you know what's more suspicious than that though?
What?
Last year, like, so I'm not gonna point out the team, but why is a silver top laner beating a gold one top laner? That's what I want to know.
The fuck
Do you
was
know
the
what I'm
silver
referring
top
to?
laner?
Do
Oh,
you know?
I do know, but
Yeah. So
it
where are the
was.
questions on that though? Where were the questions on that? Like, is everyone just meant to believe this guy was from Ardor?
Are
Like,
we?
hello? Do
Wait a minute. Wait.
you know what I'm talking about?
No. Why the fuck did
I'm
you bring
talking
up
about
Ardor?
I'm talking about vaporwaves, bro.
Oh, oh yeah, they boy. Nah, look, I don't know anything about that one.
I don't know anything about that either, but it
It's
was he was
just
silver and he was being Hirogi. He was gold one on that account, but probably higher on his other like main or supposed main.
a supposed man, yeah. It's
Mm.
it's it's very weird because Hirogi just couldn't do
So
anything into him.
yeah, so if my platform top laner starts beating other plat top laners and people call that sus, then I don't know, bro. The community's a bit weird.
It's a little bit weird, right?
Mm.
So what? They just like hits you up and he's like, join the orphanage.
No, we're in a voice call and we joked about it, and then we made it possible when we heard this ladder was a thing.
Yeah. I never actually heard the ladder was a thing, so thank you, Nay.
You know how I knew about it?
How'd you know about it?
MCOM got an invite for two of their teams,
Yeah, yeah, I knew that.
and I and then I copied it and I sent it to Nay. I'm like, "Yo, Nay, Let's play this.
Yeah, so
And he's like, aren't you on Jade Dragons? I'm like, I'm about to ditch this shit.
I'm out of here.
Mm.
But yeah, so since we're talking about the TMG Invitational, right? The Goguru Gaming Invitational partnership with TMG or something, because I think they're having like some new casters, or it's like a way
Yeah,
to cast stuff.
it's meant to be like some sort of, it's meant to be something. I don't really know. Um, mm, mm. Looks
So,
interesting.
is there any team that you'd like to touch on first in the ladder?
We'll touch on my group. How about that?
Touch on your
Group
group?
C. Where it has us, Pepimon.
Wait, give me one moment because I'm gonna have to snake the fucking thing. Because for some reason I didn't actually fucking have it. Because that's my dumb ass. Right. Okay, so we're talking about your group.
Mm.
So we got the Orphanage, Pipimon, Team Blackhawk, and Team 1. Who the fuck is Team 1?
I don't know. I was looking at that team on Battlefire. They have a silver 2 top laner, so that's says enough in itself.
Ah, so it's Vaporwaves on another account.
Okay, I'm not saying Vapo's was Smurf, but I'm just saying it's a bit suspicious that a silver player, a supposed silver player, is beating some gold 1 that's supposed to be a higher rank in lane.
Yeah.
And no, that's not what I think. It's just what I've been told by Brains when that was a thing.
Oh, yes, brains. But yeah, so Team 1, I don't know anything about them, right? Their current Battlefy team in the ladder only has 3 players in it.
Can you say the ranks of those players, and I'll give my opinion just on those 3 ranks alone.
We are not talking about solo queue ranks. It could be
Okay, yeah, team play. Okay,
Team play,
say the
team
names,
play.
and I might know some of them.
Gam 8. What the fuck is it? Gam Meu. So
Never heard of him.
GAMMAAU.
Never heard of him.
Damo from Oz.
Damo from Oz. Fuck yeah, let's go Damo.
And Plebagon.
Who?
Plebagon.
Plebagon.
That's
Fuck
the fourth, that's the fourth
that's a
place
cringe
team.
name, bro. I don't like using the word cringe a lot, but that's a cringe name.
That's a 4th place team right there.
The way they structured, or the way they did the bracket, so like us at the top and Team 1 at the bottom, I think that's pretty accurate.
Oh,
That's okay, but if you want me to go more into the teams, I don't know who Team 1 is. Team Blackhawk, like I said, is more team play than individual skill, and
you
if
don't
anyone wants to
think they
testify on
out-team play
that,
you?
pardon?
You don't think they out team play you?
No,
No.
no.
Okay. That's
Okay, they might have the better team play, but we've got the better mid laner and the better AD. You know what I mean?
Orphans into Brenny.
Okay. You're
Brenny's
probably
not
thinking of
that
Brenny when
bad
you just on like
anymore.
Silas and Aurelia, bro. If we take those 2 champions away, the guy's dog shit. How about that?
Bro, the only thing Orphans can play is Akali and Aurelia too. So if you'll take...
I'll share more on that, but okay, let me put it like this. So, okay, you think of that of Orphans, right? But I think of that as Brenny, as a 2-trick.
Yeah,
And you know, I think that because I know Orphan's a bit better than you, and I know he can play more champions.
Look,
right?
I've seen him try
You probably
to play
know Brenny a bit
Cassiopeia.
better, and that's why you probably said Brenny's a better mid laner.
Look, I have played into both. Actually, I've not really played into Brenny too much, but I've seen him and I've been around him quite a bit recently. Right, just hanging out. I also now I haven't seen Orphans in a wee while. Right.
Okay, I could tell you his champion feels definitely not 2.
It used to be too.
I'll
Right?
agree, it used to be. But
I
it's not anymore.
think I remember him trying to pull out the Cassiopeia at one point, like we spoke about the whole Sherry incident. But I'm yet to see it. If I look at this group, right, this group C.
Group C, yeah. Okay. Who gets out in that group?
Is it 2 out?
2 out.
2 out. I want to say Pipimon at 1.
Okay, why's
Right.
that? Oh yeah, no, they're a bunch of friends that have been playing together. Okay, no, I can see why you say that.
I've seen them around for the past like 3 years, and their team is.
You know, when Connor had a
quite...
team like Unity. Do you remember
Yeah.
Unity?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I was
Unity.
on that team too. I forgot to mention I was on that team.
I was on Unity for a little bit. Right?
I was on Unity Greed. I think they just got. Yeah, I came in as a new top laner, and I played like one game.
I was a sub for Greed.
Really?
Yeah, but I never actually played.
Huh?
Because like I
Was it great?
joined and then the team just went like boom, like the next week or
Mm.
some shit.
Mm.
It was one of
Yeah. So I'll be a bit more forward with why I think TVH are dog shit. They're a good Iron to Gold team, right? The
yeah.
team play is a bit better than Iron to Gold, right? But against these plat teams, right? The individual skill of these plat teams is always gonna triumph over this Iron to Gold team play,
Okay.
right? Okay.
I do agree with that sentiment.
Okay, yeah. And so if they want to like argue that and show me like scrims of them doing well against plat teams, and hey, go ahead. But as far as I'm concerned, the weakness within that team, like TBH, is the individual skill, and it shows, I guess, throughout like the laning phase, and it probably will show throughout this 20, right? That's not flame. That's like it's just what I think of that team.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. Um, and if you want to take it, like if they want to take it as flame, hey, that's cool. I don't care.
So I have Pepimon coming out at 1, right, looking at this group. I have
Mm.
Orphanage at 2. I think that is like interchangeable between the two,
With
right? Because I haven't seen either team actually play recently.
mm.
I
Are
think
you interchangeable between 1 and 2? Is that what you're
yeah,
saying?
between 1 and 2.
Okay, I thought you meant 2 and 3. I'm like, fuck.
And then I have Black Hawk coming in 3rd. I would not be surprised if they take a game
Off me and
off
off
either
orphanage.
off
Okay.
either of them, right?
Well,
I
you know it's best
think
of 3. Like the games are best of 3.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
Um,
so they could take a game. They won't win the series, but they'll probably take a game. I'd
okay,
agree.
okay. Now that I know it's best of 3, it makes everything a lot easier.
Mm.
I still have Pep at 1, Orphanage
Okay.
at 2, Black Hawk at 3, and I think Team 1 go winless.
Yeah. I would say somewhere along those lines. That's true. I don't know Pepimon, but I know they're friends and they've been playing for a long
Yeah,
time. So maybe they come out top 2 along with us. But it depends on how we do as well. You know.
yeah.
At the end of the day, you know the better team will always win.
Especially if
Despite how much I've shit talked TBH, you know, maybe their team play has improved since last time I versed them. I don't know.
yeah.
But
I
from my
mean,
knowledge and what I know of like the last time I played them,
yeah.
yeah, I don't think they're going to be up to par with these other plat teams like us and Pepimon.
So what do you got? So you got yourself at 1, Pip at 2, or Pip at 1, you guys at 2?
Well, I I'm not underestimating Pepimon. I understand they're great, like probably good players. Um, yeah, I'd say it's a battle of first with us and them, and then the bottom 2 of TBH and Team 1.
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah. I can't speak on Team 1 because I don't know them, but like yeah, TBH. I think are a solid third in that group.
So you guys at 1 or you guys at 2? I need this on the record.
I'm gonna give you tie. It's a tie between us and
Nah, no,
them
no,
at
no.
first.
It's not how it
No,
works.
because I know how this is gonna go. I'm gonna say 1, and you're gonna be like, oh my god, does that mean you think Pepe are worse than you? No, generally, okay. If all the players on my team showed up, like fucking the
On
best
form?
performance,
Yep.
then I reckon we would win. But other than that, yeah, I don't know. Like I can't give you a good answer here.
Okay.
Like I can't give you an answer that you could probably, yeah.
No, that's okay. You know, you're not willing to back up your own team. It's fine.
Yeah, see, this is
It's
what I mean,
fine.
bro. This is such an El Hawani thing to do.
Of course it is. So we'll swiftly move away from your group then, right? And we can start shit
Do you want
talking other players.
All right,
So I think we start at
what's
group A, right?
all right?
'Cause
I need to find.
this is the
Let me
juicy one.
let me find this bracket. So we'll go off bracket A, and then we'll go off these other brackets. Where is it? Here. Yeah, we'll go to group A, B, and
Group
then
yeah,
okay. So
A B D.
Group A is Ground Force,
Revolt
Revolt,
Alpha, Platinum
Platinum
Potatoes,
Potatoes.
and Guguru
Okay,
Build Boys.
I know some people in Ground Force. I think Revolt is the fucking faster team.
Yeah, which is doomed.
Yeah.
They are giga doomed. and
I
then I
think
don't know who
I think
Potatoes are.
those two are the bottom two teams in that bracket because Bucking hasn't really proved himself really as a mid laner in Iron to Gold, nor Iron to Plat, to my knowledge.
Yeah.
Um, who else is on that team for
The
Revolt?
Revolt, you have Dutchy, who used to be 3131J back in Rift Royale. You're looking at Yikers,
Okay.
who I think is their sub, possibly. It's
Oh
weird
wait, hang on,
because,
no wait, I can see the team rosters. Wait.
yeah, I'm looking at the
Okay,
Battlefront.
Revolt. Okay, yeah.
So it would be Brada
Potentialist.
top,
Okay.
Dutchy jungle, Bucking Fasted mid,
Yeah.
Cruise AD, I believe, and
Yeah.
then
It says
Yikers support, right?
yeah. I don't know much about those players. I can't give a proper answer, but just based off of what I've seen from like screenshots of like them playing or
Yeah.
like bucking fasted, I mm, I definitely think that's like a bottom team or one of the bottom teams. I don't know how what was the other one? Other team?
You've got
You
Platinum
get Ground
Potatoes.
Force. I think Ground Force, yeah, those two are battling 3 and 4, 100%.
It's weird, right? Because I recognize some names on Platinum Potatoes.
Mm,
As in, so Seraph is one of them.
yeah.
Who was on
So
Stormwolves Academy.
I'm
And
just getting up the fucking bracket on my phone because I can't.
it's okay. But in terms of, so Ground Force is quite a new team together.
Mm,
Um, but it's a bunch of like Plat 4 players, basically, which
yeah.
is fine because I think they got a group which is a lot easier in terms of some of the like singular player levels.
Mm,
Than like it could have been much worse for them.
mm,
I think Revolt Alpha probably gets fourth in this group.
okay.
That's based off the fact of
What do you think
Asian
of Gogiro Gaming Build Boys?
Build
That's the shots
Boys.
team, right?
That shots this team.
Alright, them and Plat Potatoes battle for 1-2.
Yeah. I've. It's hard because I give Ground Force like a shot at taking second over Plat Potatoes.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh? I don't know. Who's in Plat? Like, what are the rankings of Plat Potatoes?
You're looking at so two gold fours, two P4s, and some guy who's unranked.
Oh, okay. You see, I didn't know that. I saw Plat Potatoes. I saw one Plat player was on it, and I'm like, okay, this is second place team in that group.
But yeah. So
But
I have
okay.
Re- Revolt
No,
last.
I'll still put him second.
You
I'll
still
still put
put
him
them second.
second. Mm.
But yeah, Revolt comes on last, and it's kind of for what you mentioned, right? Bucking, he was always the fourth or fifth best mid laner in Iron to Gold. He
Really, you
was
think that? I think them like
he
he was
was nothing
around, but
special.
being around doesn't mean you're gonna be like fourth or fifth. You know what I mean?
The
In terms of
reason
consistency, yeah, but
yeah,
not in skill.
the reason I put him there, and
Mm.
a lot of the times when I would play into him, I would just take his Nico because I'm a shit cunt like that. Right? I'm the person who, if you have a main champion, I'm gonna play your main champion and try and slap you in the face with it. Right? Outside of like a Kali because I can't play that.
I was
And
about to
I
say,
knew I couldn't play
when am
that.
I seeing that? Why didn't I see that?
So I would always take that regardless of matchup to the point where they started banning it against me whenever I'd play into
Mm,
Bucking because he knew I'd
mm,
just take it from him. But the reason I'd put him fourth or fifth in mid lane is he wasn't going to carry the game for you. But
mm.
into the top mid laners, he's not the reason you're gonna lose.
Okay.
Right? So he wasn't good
Yo,
enough
just give me a second.
to win the lane. Yeah, this motherfucker go AFK again.
Whatever you saw me pass him, you didn't see.
I didn't see anything anywhere.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so Bucking was never going to be the person who carried you in the game. But in
Mm,
terms of when he would play into the likes of, now I know like me personally, right? the leads I could get on worse mid laners were so much higher. Like I could still get like small advantages, but the leads weren't as big. If that makes a sense.
Yeah.
Now I think going into Iron to Plat, it's a whole different beast.
Yeah.
I don't know who the Build Boys' mid laner is though.
Wait, hang on, I need to put the roster in there. Let me have a look. So for Build Boys, it's Shots, Hex, Lumen, Catmeat, Sentiment.
Okay, so it'd be Lumen mid, right?
Sentiment.
Is that Lumen mid?
Lumen, yeah.
Lumen. That's. I think Lumen's like a plat level mid laner. Nothing too crazy. So I think he's gonna struggle into Lumen.
Is Catmeat Troy? Yeah, Catmeat's Troy.
Yeah.
Catmeat's Troy, yeah.
And then Ground Force Aerodynamic isn't that bad of a player, right? Especially for things. And then there's also Seraph. So I'd put him fourth best mid in this group. I don't know how Dutchy will do into the junglers.
Who do you think's the best in each role in my group?
In your group, right? Oh, here we go.
Actually, wait, no. So what we'll do, sorry, I know this is your show, but we should do that after we talk about the group. So that's my bad.
Hey, totally come on, mate. I mean, or we could just do best in role in the entire tournament.
If you want to do
groups.
That. Definitely groups.
You want to go groups? No, it's fine, it's fine.
Because it's easier to do it that way than like the whole thing, bro.
Okay,
trust me.
Okay. I trust you.
Okay. But yeah, Group A.
Yeah,
that's
so Ground Force, like I said, I give them a chance at making second. I wouldn't bet on it. But I think Platinum Potatoes, there's quite a lot of like unknown names on this team. But I do have Build Boys coming out at 1 in this group.
Same. I was gonna make a tweet actually with my predictions of all of them, but then I'm like, nah, no. people are just gonna fucking
hate the fact that you put yourself second in your own group, right?
No, I had it me and Peppermon. I'll put us. Okay, well, fuck. Okay, I'm not confident. Okay, fuck you. I know what you've done now. You've made me question my own team. I'm not okay. So I'm confident in my team's coming first, right?
Okay,
but I don't know how good Pep is because I haven't versed him before. Okay, so I don't want to be mean by saying they're second. That's why I'm saying it's to be a battle for first between us and them, right? And what people like you and Jeb do on these episodes, right? You try and twist that into like us not being confident in our teams or us like hating on someone, and you're trying to like, yeah, you know what?
I would never do such a thing.
Just did it though.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, so Build Boys at 1, Platinum Potatoes at 2, Ground Force at 3, and then Revolt Alpha at 4th. And again, I don't think Revolt Alpha takes a series.
I don't think they take games, but yeah, not again. Yeah. Again, not series.
Not a series.
No.
But yeah, the only thing that could change would be Ground Force and Platinum Potatoes at 2 and 3.
Yeah, like once again, we don't know how good Ground Force could be, you know,
because they are quite new together. And some of these players could come in with like really good form. And if that happens, because the skill gap isn't huge, there could be an upset. Players could have to play with subs for the first couple weeks, and then we saw how Alpha didn't finish first, right, in the ladder because
they won it.
Yeah, because of the fact that Shiny wasn't playing half the weeks and Jep couldn't play some of the weeks and Sparky wasn't there, right?
Okay, I've got an interesting question for you when we get to their group then.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say it now because
I know what you're thinking.
We've been here for like 2 hours.
Well, look, did you know that? Yeah, I did. I fucking did.
I don't know what time it is for you over there, but for me it's 2 o'clock. So.
It's 5 p.m. It's
5
p.m.
fucking
nighttime. So
wow. Okay, we've been rambling a bit.
A little bit.
Shit. Yeah, we'll
Group
try
B, Group B, right?
Group B.
We'll hustle. So we've got Income Jade Dragons.
Okay.
Right, which is I don't know who the fuck they are.
So Jade Dragons is the team I used to play for.
Yeah.
Like a week.
So they got better when you left. Right, they went and picked up some plat level support.
No, I am plat level. But
are you? Are you plat level?
Yeah. I mean, I got a plat account. It's the same way if you're plat level, bro.
Oh, I am plat level. Definitely plat level.
Okay.
Plat 4 0 LP level, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah,
So
J Dragons has I think a bunch of people who have never played competitive,
I
but
think some of
from
them have played quite a bit though.
yeah, the ADC has. I'll say the ADC has, but that team gets along well, but their teamwork is a bit mishap.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I think
I
looking
think their
at
support is Blooded Killer, by the way.
is it?
I don't
Is
know
he
what group
not?
they're in. Oh wait, hang on, yeah, they're in Group B. Or is it back to? Yeah, I haven't seen the proper roster. But I'm assuming Blood Killer is their support
Is
now.
he not like
So
their coach or some shit?
yeah, he's their coach. But it's such a short time. Like, how are you gonna find a plat support between a
I
week?
know Robert Ho is playing jungle, which is very
Mm.
odd considering he's a gold player, and it's like I'm not
Well,
saying a gold player can't, but
he's pretty close to plat, so I'd say he's got a spot on that team for sure.
yeah. Yeah, so we got J Dragon, Swinburne University, Kraken,
Don't know them.
ESC, and then Weekend Warriors Academy.
Okay, you know what I think? I think it's Kraken and Weekend getting out of that group.
Ooh. Are you
Now,
aware the Kraken roster is Kaneki Soul Elixir as their bot lane?
is it
It is.
okay?
Are you
I
worried
called them
now?
egotistical. I called them egotistical before. I didn't say they were bad. I mean, I don't know how to do. Okay, how am I gonna put this? So, okay, they might be good, right? They're egotistical for sure, but like, I just think them playing together for a longer time will give them a better understanding how to win bot matchups as opposed to Ape and Fret. If Fret's
Oh,
playing,
oh, we are. It is Fred, right? It'd have to be
I'm
Fred.
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Fret's playing because he's on that roster.
Yeah, he's the support.
Mm. Like Fret is the best support in that 20. That's also another opinion, right? If you want to argue it, but the guy's been diamond before. The guy's been played a lot of high elo 20s. I don't see why he isn't the
Yeah.
best support in this 20.
We'll have to take a look at some of the players, but yeah, I don't rate Kraken as highly as you do. I
Really? Who do you think it's J Dragons in? Because
I
I don't know
do.
Swinburne. I can't say anything about
I
Swinburne.
don't think it's Swinburne either. I think Swinburne is one of these now.
Uni teams,
Yeah,
Uni
one
Iron
of
to Gold
the
teams.
one of
Yeah.
the teams that have like coming in without a lot
Wasn't there
of
a Uni
like
team Iron to Gold that were pretty good? QT.
QT. Yeah, they weren't bad, but
Mm.
they kind of went like
Yeah, no, not pretty good,
up
but
in the
they're okay.
smoke
Yeah.
again. But yeah, like Swinburne, I see a couple plat players, but again, a lot of solo queue doesn't transfer to team play.
Yeah. But then we don't know how long that team's been playing together. You know,
Yeah,
it's the first time seeing them. They could do well. They could be one of the top two teams that gets out.
that's what bothers me.
But
It's the first time seeing them.
I am putting down that Weekend is one of the teams getting out,
Yeah,
and that
I will
because I don't know
guarantee
the other
we
two
can get
teams.
out.
Yeah, I don't know if the other two teams in that was it
Yeah.
Kraken, Swinburne, and J Dragons. I don't know how J Dragons and Swinburne are going to do. I'll be real.
Yeah, I'd put Weekend Academy out. Um,
Mm.
my issue is I want to say one, but I honestly have the opinion that J Dragon comes out one.
Really?
Yeah,
You
I
know what? I could see
think
that. I could definitely see that, but I just you know what? I haven't seen Weekend Boys either, but I'm just going off of like past results.
yeah.
You know, for
Um,
all we know, they could be with the worst team in that bracket. You know.
yeah. My issue is well, like, when I look at Robert, right, as
Mm.
currently at a gold one player,
Mm.
and I don't think that I don't know is gonna punish him enough to like guarantee them number one because I think the
I don't know.
rest of
It's
the
the
lanes,
WKW jungler, yeah.
yeah, that's WKW.
Okay.
I think the rest of the lane matchups will match up quite interestingly.
Mm.
With Blooded being a mid laner playing support, it's a bit iffy.
It
I
is,
won't lie about
but
that.
it's gonna be easier for him to short call, no?
Oh yeah, especially if he's like a big voice in the team.
Mm.
But I'm not giving this Kraken team any hope in this
Who
group.
else is on that team?
Uh,
Like, does it say?
the Kraken team.
Yeah,
So it's
because
got
I
Kaneki,
only
Soul
know Neki and
Elixir.
Soul.
There's a guy called Kaz,
Don't know what that is.
as their jungler, but I also don't know who this is. He's currently plateau,
Okay.
but He's like a Hecarim Diana man,
Mm.
which could be interesting. Last year he played a lot of Master Yi, Shaco.
Mm.
So like it is,
Okay.
the jury is out on some of the players that we haven't seen a lot of.
Mm.
But going based off of the players I do know,
Mm.
I I'm gonna put J Dragons 1,
Okay.
W Academy 2, and then we're
Okay.
gonna put Kraken at 3, and then Swinburne at 4.
Alright, I agree Sunborn 4, just because we don't know them. But I think J Dragon's 3, Kraken, and then Alpha at 1 and 2.
Yeah, it's Academy,
Not that
not
order.
Alpha, by
Yeah.
the way.
Oh,
Um,
sorry. Yeah, Academy.
but I
My
do
bad.
think this is like by like looking at it, it's probably one of the harder groups that could have been for like top 3 spots.
Probably, yeah.
Um, but we haven't seen Academy in quite a while
No. No.
because they didn't make it into the bracket stage for BSV, based off like one game or some mad
Do you
bullshit.
think compared to what Academy was, do you think that's like, do you reckon Weekend Warriors Academy have gone worse or better
I
compared to what it
think
was?
knowing the players around them,
Mm.
they would have been, I want to say like kicked up the ass,
Okay.
but getting ninth place is fucking embarrassing.
Mm.
Like I know there were a lot of like higher end diamonds and a lot of like fucking scummy shit that shouldn't have been in Div 2.
Brad, May's just chilling in hum, bro. I just realized that.
Yeah, you can fucking stay in there. Like there's a lot of like interesting, players who probably shouldn't have been in Div 2,
Mm.
but they were one game out, and boy, what was the team that fucking got into eighth
I don't
spot
know.
instead?
I don't
Yeah,
know, bro.
that's how much we didn't give a fuck about that 8 seed. We can't even remember the name of the team.
Like, I'm not trying to flame WKW Academy, right? But it is interesting to see the fall of grace they've had. That's all I'll say. Like, okay, they probably had like a bad BSV and like the previous Team G ladder like performances. But honestly, I hope they do well in this one.
I think they're on track to do well.
I think so too. They're
I
like the best support in that tourney, bro. Like in this tourney.
Yeah, I got faith in them. I think
Mm.
Ape just needs to return back into some resemblance of himself as a plat player.
I don't know Ape too well. I faced him in the LAN event, but was he
Yeah.
good? Was he like
He
considered one of the better ADs in 9 to
he
plat,
used to
or
be, right? Like he was
used to be? Okay.
like it's just weird because he's kind of old now. Like
Mm.
it's like he's lost his hands. But I I do think like laning with Rhett is very, it's great, right? Because
Mm.
as you're
You've
touting,
laned with him, right?
I've laned with him. I've won iron to play events laning with him. Right, that's how.
Mm.
If I can do it, fucking surely an 80 carry main can do it.
Mm.
But I don't know too much about their solo lanes.
Yeah, I
Which
don't
is
know.
a
I can't comment too much. I just know the bot lane and the jungler. I don't
Yeah.
know who the other two are.
But it'll be very very interesting to see. I do think the top 3 can change quite a bit, but I give
Of
Swinburne
course.
no hope.
No. No, of course not. It's a
Now
group.
the fun group, the group with
Group D.
Alpha in it, Group D. So we've got the
Okay.
Guru Royals. Then we've
Okay.
got Weekend Warriors Alpha, a
Okay.
team called
Okay.
TRS,
Poggers.
which I actually know who TRS is.
TRS. Who's TRS?
It's got Wicked 1990 on it.
Oh, okay. So
Um,
they lost or like what?
Look, calm down. And then
Like
there's
it's
also
not flame. I'm just genuinely wondering.
and then there's also Curtain Esports.
Okay.
Um,
Curtain third.
yeah, I
Nah,
honestly
I
think
don't
this.
know. I don't know. Because how are we gonna comment on this group with no Jep, no Shiny, no Sparky?
Is Sparky not playing?
Sparky's listed as a sub, from what I saw. So the rest that I saw,
So it'd
that
be
Jet posted.
Pixie, Distatic, G-Bear, Colette, Maddie.
Yeah, that is the team they posted, and subs are Sparky and Shiny.
Oh, so Jep's
So
not a
yeah,
sub, right? So
no,
no
he's not
Jep.
listed. So
Which
how do you view that group now? That you know that,
I, it's
because you
hard,
know what I
right?
think.
What do you think?
If that had Jep, Shiny, Sparky, that's top team, no doubt, right? But without that, where would you place them now?
I think they come
That's
out
not Flame
second.
too. If like they're watching this, like it's not Flame. I'm just generally curious. Like, how do they do?
Um, I personally, right, because these changes that were made very recently, right,
Mm,
which means they're not going to get the same level of practice together. I
mm.
think they have the ability to again shock people. The
Okay.
question mark to me is how Diastatic fills the role of Jetman.
You know what's a bigger question? I think than that is Colette and Shiny.
Colette, you mean Colette and Maddie?
No, Colette and Shiny. The ADC role. I'm not worried about support
Yeah.
because Maddie's. Oh wait, Maddie's played that circuit, right?
Maddie was like, yeah, Maddie was playing games.
Mm. Was she decent? I wasn't watching those games.
She wasn't too bad.
Okay. Well, okay. No, the reason why I say Colette and Shiny though is because Shiny I feel like has a bigger impact on that team than
Yeah.
Jet. Because
I
there has been team like that like the alpha team. There has been times where Shiny hasn't been on that team and Jeb has, and they haven't looked as good.
Yeah, and they've just like fallen flat on their face, right?
Yeah.
But I think there's also been times where Jep hasn't played and they've done the same thing.
Mm.
It's very weird considering that they're gonna be
Like they
missing
need
both
each
of
other
them.
to win.
Yeah.
Like for that team to yeah.
It's hard because when you've played with someone for so long, and they have, right,
Mm.
as like a unit, they've been swapping top laners every like year or so, right? They've
Mm.
had quite a few of them, but the rest of them as like a unit have been together for so long.
Mm.
It's hard when the jungler's not there, the AD carry's not there, and Sparky's also not maining, right?
Mm.
Which, no offense to the likes of Maddie, I think is a downgrade. That it's Maddie
Okay.
instead of Sparky, because Sparky he just goes in, right? Like he's
Mm.
very good at that. Uh, I I think they could have pulled a much worse group though.
Do you reckon? I mean, yeah,
Especially
probably.
for them to, get some growing pains and whatnot.
Mm.
Because I'm assuming it's first seed plays second seed, right? In like the quarters and stuff. Which means you'd probably want first seed. That way you dodge the top teams. But it's very hard looking at Gogura Royals because I do recognize a name here, and he was like an in-house player, and he was a
Okay.
very fucking good player.
Okay.
Um,
So where do you rate this? Like, well, okay, let's get into ratings then. Where do you put these teams?
I put, as bad as this is gonna sound, I put TRS at fourth.
Okay.
Like I'm sorry, Wicked, but U plus because they were the Damascene Devils back in the day for the Referral split. If
Mm.
anyone remembers that team, I put them easily fourth in this group. I would then have to go and put Curtin at third.
Mm.
I think Alpha come in at second, and
Okay.
Royals come first.
Okay.
Um, I don't give Alpha too much of a chance at shocking Royals,
Mm.
right? Considering a lot of the star power is kind of like leaving the team. In my eyes, but I am looking forward to watching them play.
Yeah. I'm just I'm just trying to think of how that alpha team does. I'm just trying to think of a good rating or like good placing. I reckon I do agree that they're either second or third,
Yeah.
but beyond that I don't know. I don't know too much about that group. Was it Curtin? Yeah, Curtin fourth, and that other team you said first.
You putting Curtin fourth over TRS,
TRS.
the team with Wicked on it.
Oh, no, Curtin third.
Curtin third, right? So we're
TRS
kind of
last.
we're kind of in agreement of that.
Mm.
Um,
Okay. Good. Do we have enough time to do the best in each of those groups, or
do you want to do that with Nay?
Nay, I mean, yeah, sure. If Nay wants to give his opinion on that.
Right, give me one moment. I'll finish off the episode and then as like an outro, and then we'll bring
Alright.
Nay in and we can just
Yeah,
take a
because
look at that.
we've done this rambling for a bit.
Well, because I'll
You
just
put
turn it into
you,
a different video.
yeah, you probably got a lot of good content from that.
Yeah, a lot of editing I have to fucking do because of all the cuts. Right. Do you have
Sorry about that.
any? Do you have any final thoughts, Alias, before we leave you?
Don't take everything I say serious. How about that? To
How about
everyone watching. So okay, I've flamed a lot of people, but
lots of
I don't
people?
consider myself that good. You know,
I don't think people consider you that good either.
I
Look
can
at
see that in
Shredder's
a lot
tier
of
list.
like, yeah, Well, not even that. I just okay. I don't think I'm good, but I think I'm being very underrated. How about that? Is that
Okay.
good?
Look, mate, you can believe what you like.
Okay,
I'll
cool.
have you. I'll
That's
have
just
you
my
on
that's
as
just my
a.
opinion based on what I feel like everyone feels or everyone thinks,
Yeah.
right? I don't consider myself the best in my group. Anyways,
Neither would I.
I don't know how Pep does. You know,
Don't worry though. I'll have you back on when your team finishes fourth in your group because Neymar's decided to soft troll you.
you reckon?
Anyways, you guys have been watching Sit Down with Envy. Thank you for coming on,
Oh,
Alias.
actually, wait.
Oh,
Shout out to the orphanage too.
the
Shout out to
orphanage
my homie
too.
Neymar.
Ah,
Shout out to Lee, who will be one of the best mids in this tourney. Shout out Poa, who's going to be the best AD in this tournament. And yeah, shout out to TPH for finishing third in that bracket.